PT Sickos, welcome to another episode of For the Dads. Will? You ready, brother? It's going to be a good one. Here we go. PT Sickos. What a very special episode that we have this week for you. If you are new to For the Dads, this is a show that is hosted by dads for dads. We are not experts. We sit around, we tell funny stories about fatherhood. Will Compton is usually my co-host. This week, I really have three co-hosts, if you will. But sitting in Will Compton's seat, we have the one and the only D, captain of the Funkle Squad.
Go Big Red.
On the sticks,
Terrifying.
we have Intern Chris. Everybody, round of applause.
Here we go.
This is
Let's
a big
go.
make or break moment for Intern
A lot of
Chris.
comments asking for Intern Chris. A lot of comments were saying more Intern
don't
Chris in the
switch,
community
please.
there, which was he's messing up already. Well, I'm excited.
I
for
did.
it.
I did mess up there. I totally didn't press the chef. Chef was like, "We're gonna cut that." Chef looked at me.
Yeah, that's staying
You gotta
in.
learn.
I froze a little bit. Chef was like, "Oh crap, Chris ain't turning."
Chris has used half his word count already this
I know.
episode.
You see, I heard my name and it was like deer in the headlights. And I was like, "Oh wait, I'm like here." And then my hands went off and then didn't put them back on the front. But that's what you want. You want to get that out of the way now.
And
You do.
there goes the other half of his word count.
You do.
Yeah.
Guys, this is Intern Chris's third appearance on the show. During his, and this is actually the last week of his internship here at Bussin' with the Boys.
Very sad.
Which is very sad. And Chris has done a fabulous job. He's been a fan favorite. But the one thing that I've always loved about Intern Chris is he constantly is always asking about For the Dads. Can he sit in on the set? He would like to do the switcher board for the show. And so, Chris, I'm very happy that you are here, brother. I love all the attention to detail that you've done for clips. If you watch our clips on social media, he's been doing a lot of those lately. A lot of the interns have. Shout out Intern Brooks, who's going to be bringing a coffee in here later. So sorry for asking you to get me a coffee, Brooksy. Durkee making graphics for us. The interns have been awesome. But yes, we have Intern Chris here. And then last but not least, we got Chef Rooney, our ST sicko, in Deke's seat today.
It feels odd. It feels weird, but it's okay. We'll just roll with it.
It's a good angle.
Deke feels even, maybe Deke, you probably like sitting in Will's seat.
I feel like I am giving a newscast in which I don't know the country I'm reporting to. That's how this seat kind of feels right now, but it feels good. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, you're in Mexico.
Yeah,
You don't speak Spanish,
not a lick.
but you are very excited to get in front of the Mexican people.
Yeah, I want them to know that I'm their champion. I just they need to know I'm not up to date, but we're gonna get there together.
I'm an American, but
Yeah.
I love you guys.
I'm here and I'm willing.
We also have a bunch of write-ins. Every single week, our listeners, our PT Sixers, or our PT Sickos, our MT Sickos, that's Mama Team 6 or Milk Team 6. PT 6, of course, is Papa Team 6. They write in via YouTube comments, via DMs on social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. And we also have comments on our Spotify, and we will read those on the show. We have dad hacks. We have shout outs from spouses about either a shout out of their kid or their spouse, which we always love to see. And then we also have an email that's 601thedads@gmail.com. You can send in an email if you don't like hearing your voice on our voicemail that you can call in each week. We play voicemails on the show, and that phone number, conveniently, is 601-THE-DADS. It's the same as our Gmail. So 601thedads@gmail.com, and then 601-THE-DADS for our voicemail. And I love that I saw on one of our write-ins, somebody had DM'd us, and they said, hey, I forgot the email. I don't know what the email is, so I'm just going to, instead of researching, I'm just going to DM you guys, which I appreciate a lot. I also, to kick off the show, I haven't been doing this recently, and I need to get better at this. Oh, so sorry. Sherman, why is Will Compton not sitting to your left? Maybe I should talk about that to kick off the show. Our other host has streptococcus, which is the Latin term for strep throat. And we have some parents in here that might be intern Brooksy with my cafefe.
Oh, here he goes.
That's the longest held open door in the history of For the Dads.
Brooksy!
Is that in a Zips cup?
That is a Zips cup. Thank you so much. You're the man. Thank you, Brooksy. It's a huge help. But yes, William Compton has strep throat, and we do have some parents here with new babies. I don't know if we have shouted out. Taylor shouted it out on the bus this
Not
last
him yet.
episode.
No.
But shout out to Taylor Luan, who just had his third girl, Miss Goldie. So shout out Taylor, shout out Goldie, shout out Taylin. But Taylor didn't want to bring that strep throat Will didn't want to bring that strep throat into the office. They're also traveling. They're doing a training camp tour for busing. So we all got in a group text. Will sent this, basically, not even a book, just a really good, concise breakdown of that he was sick. I think he even said, I'm dead. I'm dying.
Yeah.
He said, I will not be in for the sode. So either get Taylor to fill in, which was an option, but Taylor had to peace out because they were traveling, or have Sherman do it solo.
Just to follow up, I'm here. I'm in his chair to defend Will.
Please.
He said Will Compton is downgraded to out, but he would die for the brand if it weren't the dad. So he's not dying. He would die for us. He is out.
He is out. And nothing but support for Will Compton. I'm going to do my best. It's a big shoes to fill. And Deke was very kind and said, I don't even know if this is true, but he was like, hey, a lot of people have been asking for a solo pod. They've been asking for
a lot of people. It's funny too. So like every inch of For the Dads for me is in the community. So if you see us DMing back, writing back, like I, hear these guys talk and they're passionate, and I just bring that to the fields. A lot of people are talking about, and I'm in his chair, I'm defending him, Will not necessarily letting you finish some of the stories that people want you to hear, which I don't agree with. I love Will and I stand for Will, but people are excited to hear more Sherm is what I'm hearing from the people. I'm just a mouthpiece for the streets.
Hey, I appreciate that. I had somebody last week tell me that they didn't like the accents. They didn't like the Jersey accents. They didn't like the Australian accents. Get rid of the fucking accents.
Stop doing the bits, Sherm.
So I do hear that note of Will stepping over me, and not saying this because he's my boss or signs my checks. I don't feel it in the moment. So whatever listeners are out there just shaking their fist whenever Will gets on the mic when I'm telling his story, I feel like he adds to the convo, but we'll see how I do on my own.
I went to their channels and I found a couple IP addresses and cell phone numbers. They're all from Iowa.
Are they really?
Every single person, not to dox anyone, every single hater is from the state of Iowa.
Thank God I'm not a Hawkeye. And thank God I don't listen to like some show or have some celebrity that's like a diehard. Like if I just worshipped imagine worshiping Matthew McConaughey, but being an Aggie. I'm sure for Chris, it's probably hard to go watch a McConaughey flick.
Probably not.
It's tough. It's mainly because he's on the field. If he was just a Texas fan, then that's okay.
Yeah.
But he is on the field. He kind of aggravates me just by being there.
Is your stance that you don't enjoy the extracurriculars of a teacher and what they get? Because I think teachers are underpaid, Chris. And Matthew McConaughey teaching at Texas, I think he should get field passes.
He is a professor for their film program.
Yeah, I think teachers are underpaid. Chris, do you disagree with that?
As someone whose parent is an educator, I will defend our education system.
Okay, Matthew McConaughey stays on the field.
He stays on the field. And it would be hard to have somebody that cheers for your rival school that is devilishly handsome, very cool, dresses very well.
Suave.
No, not describing Matthew McConaughey, describing Will Compton.
Oh, yeah.
took me for a loop.
I digress. I digress. I do have some callbacks here.
Do you mind real quick if I do the shout out we talked about from the Discord?
Oh my God.
Real
please.
quick.
Yes,
All
please.
good. So in the Discord, guys, if you want the Discord link, it's on our Instagram and our highlights. We also try to send it out. A gentleman named T Roseberry, Troseberry10, shot me a DM. I'm not in there every second of every day. There are people that always are in there talking. It's a good community. But wanted to send some thoughts and prayers to Sean C. His name is Boom Sizz. He is in every level of the Discord. He's been in there. They had some just complications with the pregnancy. He's been sharing the whole story in the Discord. All the guys are behind him and with him. It's just a crazy situation. The news I got this morning from him is that the babies have arrived and everyone is healthy. So we are on healthy mode. The babies are there. It seems they are in some version of the trenches, but out of the serious stuff. We'll keep going there. But we just want to say, Boom Sizz, we appreciate you and we appreciate the Discord, the guys in there. We shouted out the Strava group last week.
We did.
Which now I'm getting unsolicited emails galore about different Strava discussions I had to undo because I don't run, but that's sick. Keep the communities going. Shout out Boom Sizz. Just wanted to say we're thinking of you, brother.
Hey, Boom Sizz, we are thinking about you. Way to hang out in the trenches, and best of luck and best of health to you, your baby, your fam. And for those at home, I might catch some flack for saying this, but I just want to cover all the bases. Discord is an app where you can jump in and there's communities built in there. And For the Dads has one. We have a Discord. We also have a Reddit. And again, I might catch some flack for this. Hey, what's Reddit? That's a website or app that you can hop on, and there's some communities in there. We have one. We have a For the Dads Reddit page, and now we also have Strava. Sherman, what is that? It is a workout app. If you're a runner, you can track your mileage. You can DM back and forth with other people in the groups, correct? Like there's a lot of...
Yeah, I'll get... there's a whole section of just a general discussion. There's a golf dad section, Chef.
What?
NICU Warriors, questions, sports, video games. And those are in the general. My favorite is Brews, Pubes, and Barbecues, which is beer, guns, and barbecue.
pews.
Pews, not... Sherman.
I did. I thought, and I apologize.
It's a family Discord.
I know. I was
sent
like,
a family...
where did that fit in?
Brews, pews, and barbecues. Yeah. I sent a family to Smith and Lentz through there, which was great. The next one, so they have the PT6. They have Crack a Cold One, Dad Hacks, Dad Losses, Lessons and Quotes, Motherfucked, MT Sicko Shoutouts, PT Fix, PT Fit, Take Out the Trash, and the Trenches. And then there's 3 areas in there where you can go in and actually chat. So there are actually voice call channels, the garage, the man cave, and the tailgate that we are talking about how to use. One of them is, I don't know if you remember, guys, but the 3 of us signed up for a Discord 16-man Dynasty League in there a couple months ago.
We did.
And so they are talking, Chef, about doing a discussion for the draft in the garage on the Discord. So we will have to talk about a team name and such.
Okay. I like that. We will have one team. Is that correct?
The 3 of us have one team.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah, I was not doing that.
Are we working on like a committee vote? Is it we're 3-man here? Is Will included in this?
My gut was telling me that Will is included when he wants to be. And so the way that we could do it is we have a head coach, an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, and then Will is just kind of like the GM that can come in when he wants to.
He's like Jerry Jones.
I was going to say see now old man, and I like that you went there,
I love
Chef.
it. He's a Cowboy. Well, was a Cowboy fan.
And it's kind of the perfect role for him.
Yeah.
We're the knuckleheads that will go in there, and of course we're going to mess it up. We're going to do something wrong. We'll catch a couple L's in a row. Yeah. Will's going to come in, say we've been doing it all wrong. I think the dynamic is there.
Yeah.
As far as us as a team.
Well, didn't Will play special teams? Can he just be the kicker? Like he just picks the kicker?
Do you know anything about Will?
I know a little bit about Will. He played linebacker. He was a linebacker, but he was also special teams, wasn't he?
He was.
So
that was not an attack. That was a genuine. That was a genuine.
No,
question.
I know. I know. Okay, look, I'm switching it now. Here we go. Then, yeah. So, yeah, I know stuff about Will. He played for the Redskins and the Titans.
Yes.
He went to Nebraska.
Yes.
One more.
Black and silver.
He didn't play for the Steelers.
They didn't play for the Steelers. They just moved from the city they were in. They were in Oakland.
He played for the Raiders?
He played for the Raiders.
I did not. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh.
Took him to the playoffs.
Yeah, they were there
Somebody
because of
even
him. To your point, Will earned his spot in the NFL through special teams. Is very adamant about that route for a lot of players and guys. So what we can do is GM Jerry Jones / special teams coordinator.
Love that.
I love that. As far as callbacks, we have a couple right here in front of me. One that I'm very excited to read because I got completely fucked last week. I got completely fucked. I didn't go through the comments this last week like I usually do. I'll go through at least the YouTube ones, but sometimes the YouTube and Spotify ones. Was there a lot of talk about the Gordon Van Riemann write-in?
I got one right here.
Go ahead.
Gotcha. FanDuel will be refunding everyone that took Sherm to get through all emails without messing up, plus $220, due to some shady behavior by Gordy. What Gordy did against FanDuel's fair play policy. Goes against FanDuel's fair play first time, guys.
Yeah, you're doing great.
We apologize to every customer that was affected.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, FanDuel. Shout out FanDuel.
Thank you, FanDuel. Shout out FanDuel. There were a lot of comments of Gordy, but the comments were more that was the moment people spit their Ollipops out, was when you were trying to get through that one.
And I have his write-in right here. Gordy actually wrote in to apologize.
I'm going to pretend to be surprised. I prepped that, but what did he say?
He said, you truly are in a test that you wrote right now, which has got to be such a weird feeling. Hey, boys, it's Gordy in Atlanta again. Sure. Sorry you got caught in the crossfire on an email that was aimed squarely at Will. And I wish in the moment that I had realized that and handed the card to
I wish
Will.
he would have put that in his OG email. We do have people that are right, hey, this is specifically for that person when they send them in, and I make sure to get them. So I wish he would have said, hey, Derek, if you're seeing this, it's for Will, but
because it is a funny premise.
Very.
And I was in a awful attitude last week. I really was. And I held it together for the show. And I, in myself, could sense some awkwardness with timing, pacing, my energy. And so I don't think I was truly all there. And I really feel like I owe Gordon an apology because I feel like I botched that chance instead of being like, what the fuck? What are these? This is a crazy big word. What are we doing right now? I could have been like, oh shit, this might have been meant for Will. And be like, Will, do you mind reading this? I got to go to the bathroom and be on my toes for the content.
How did Gordy feel about it?
Well, Gordy said, hand up. That email was 100% written by ChatGPT, and you got me, Walter White meme. Thanks for reading it. And I believe he's talking about the Walter White in the back of the cop car meme. Thanks for reading it on the show. Since I'm here, one more quick dad hack. AI is a total game changer. I use it every week to plan out meal preps and menus so I can knock everything out on Sunday and have quick, easy, healthy dinners ready for the wife and toddler after a long day at work. Highly recommend it. Keep up the great work. Love the content. And see you in Atlanta, Sherm. PT Sicko out. If he's an Auburn Tiger.
He sent a second email follow-up that I realized I forgot to.
No,
P.S. Fuck you too, Will. Haha.
Gordon! Gordon! Not when he has streptococcus. Not when he has streptococcus. I think he meant get well soon, Will. Get well soon.
Get well soon, Will.
And we dedicate this episode to Will Compton.
Yeah.
We miss him dearly, and Will, which I'm sure he really does listen to all these shows each week.
When he sent us that text, so we have our For the Dads group chat. When he sent us that text yesterday, he assumed we were recording.
Yeah.
Because we were supposed to record yesterday. So if anyone's phone goes off, he is aware we are going live, so answer it.
Oh,
might be
good.
Will. Who knows?
Good. Well, in that case, if you are also listening, Will, tomorrow, thanks for listening. Yeah. I miss you.
And thanks for the text that you sent us that said you love us. Thanks for sending that.
And thank you for having the confidence in us to drive this ship without you for this week. We have Dustin Hawk, who had a follow-up. He said, Sherm, July 25th, I had a moment also with my 35-week-old boy. I took him fishing in the same place my best friend and I fished at growing up as kids. And I told my son, as we was walking to a different fishing spot, I said, son, your uncle Poggi and I fish these creeks every second. We could, every second we could growing up, and Uncle Poggi be so proud that I took you here and showed you our special spots. He's looking down at you, bub, with the biggest smile. And then I took a moment and looked at him stumbling on the creek rocks with the pole in his hand, and I shedded a few happy tears. Dustin, thank you for writing in that. For anybody that's new to the show, Dustin is referring to when I brought Scarlett to my favorite spot when I was growing up, Grayton Beach, which is where my grandmother lived. And then last but not least on follow-ups. For me, if others have follow-ups.
I got two good ones.
Okay. I did a bad job of knocking it back and forth with everyone, and Deke did a great job prepping with me and even told me that you guys had follow-ups. So that's on me. Sherm's accent. We had somebody write in. They said, "Hey, stop with the accents." He probably does sound like that. They don't like the Jersey accent, but we had a lot of love in the comments. We'll go ahead and shout those guys out. The No Trust on, these are all from YouTube, said, "Keep the accent, boys." Rob W78 says, "Sherm, keep the accents. Occasionally, they're timed perfectly, and I get a pretty good laugh." Hey, boys, PT Sicko, Ryan Santiago, checking in from Vancouver, Canada. F them. Keep doing the accents. I have 3 kiddos, and hearing the community and what they're going through adds humor and humility to what we sickos go through. Keep keeping it real. PT Sicko, Ryan Santiago out. I love the accents from Amy Young. That would be my mom. That would be my mom. That is incredible. I can only imagine all the comments that my mom reads, and it's like, "Oh, they're so mean to Sherman and Will. They need to be sweeter." And I don't think she knows what a burner is. So she just made a profile with her name, which I love.
You should make Miss Amy a burner.
Yeah. Not Miss Amy. Sherm, please keep the accents. Makes a moment every time. Funniest timing every time. Golden. That comes from Rachel Murphy. But here's my favorite one. And this one actually comes from an Aggie, Chris. This is Jared, Aggie Sicko. He said, "I'm assuming Cannon is going to call in about the accent hater. When he does, please air it." That is a gold mine that we're sitting on, guys. We have a PT Sicko named Cannon that calls in pretty much weekly, bi-daily, honestly.
There was a hot streak where he hit a couple days in a row. We didn't hear about him. Like, Cayman hasn't called in for a little bit there. To alert the masses, he did have a very strong opinion about the barista that told Will that he did not have a job. And so thank you for calling that in. We appreciate the support. That one will also not be aired.
Thank you, Cannon.
Back to you, Sherman.
Thank you, Cannon. We have some other follow-ups. Guys, what do we got from the PT Sicko community?
Sherm, you remember that guy last week that dropped a little voicemail about a certain fish tank?
Oh, God.
Maybe multiple fish tanks?
Oh, God.
Many fish tanks.
Yeah.
Many fish tanks. Well, he wrote in. It's Tyler Gay.
Yeah.
Made my fucking morning drive into work hearing you played my voicemail. Great start to the day. Maybe have called after a few brewskis. Plus, I get nervous calling into a voicemail, starstruck or something. Got to save up some money to get this monster tank, but I'll send a follow-up pic of the tank in a couple months. The kids would rather I spend my money on a fish tank than putting that into a college fund anyways. Making memories. PT Fisho out.
Yes. Well done, Tyler. Well done.
What a legend, dude. I love when people write in their comments or like find different ways to communicate. So it'd be like, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Spotify, email, I call, and you can see all of their thing. We have like a Carafone coming in. Steven has a comment later in the show. And just seeing these repeat guys, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
We got one from Ethan Baird, which is titled, "YTF do I listen to the show?" YTF does he listen to the show?
Oh, YTF, Ethan.
What's up, boys? Massive fan of the pod. So right there, I instantly knew it wasn't a bad thing that he listens. Listen every week and look forward to it every week. I'm from just outside of Toronto, and I play college football here in Canada, which I didn't know was a thing.
Okay.
They have colleges in Canada. I am a 21-year-old single man who couldn't be farther from having kids or having a partner. Because of this, I asked myself, why the fuck do I listen to this pod? Great question. It just isn't relatable at all, but man, do I love it. I used to worry about growing up and turning into an adult, but after listening to the pod, I look forward to it. Also, tell Greg there's nothing he can do to prevent it. My high school, Greg Olson, friend of the show.
Oh, friend of the show.
My high school girlfriend's parents were pretty strict when it came to me coming over. But it never stopped a thing.
Oh, God.
Cheers, boys. Love you. Thank you, Ethan.
Ethan, you seem in Team Sicko. That's some goon beret.
That's some goon beret shit.
But we love that you listen to the show, Ethan. And I love when I interact with somebody. To be completely honest, I think it's probably been 5 people since the beginning of the show that have introduced themselves to me in public and said, I listened to the show. 2 of those were Goon Berets. And man, were those some electric dap ups, chest bumps. I don't have a fucking kid, dude, but the show rips, dude. Love it, dude. I listen all the time.
They start spraying with purpose now. They start actually getting excited that the ammunition might have a little oomph to it.
Yeah, and good for them, dude.
I mean, the show is for everyone because we even have a bunch of voicemails from young ladies, single
Also
young college
true.
ladies calling in saying one we had that said the show reminded her of watching ball with her dad. Another one was just her saying, this is how I'm going to pick out who I kind of try to find as my partner. So you guys aren't just talking to other dads. You are talking to Goon Berets, Seaman Team Sixers, and everyone in between. So,
dude, that gets me stoked. Gets me stoked that he also sits there and goes, oh, dude, I don't have to figure it out. I don't have to stop being an idiot.
Yeah.
I can also be an idiot and be a dad, which I don't know if that's the answer, but that's what I am. And it's working for now.
That's
working.
the answer for sure. Yeah. I mean, you look at the stages of the show we even have where Will has his 2 kids. You have obviously your beautiful daughter. I'm engaged with a wedding coming up. Chef is in a very serious relationship. Chris is Chris.
Like
we have a good dynamic here of the levels of relationships and fatherhood and things like that makes us relatable. Chris, just to be transparent, I fought for a grandpa as an intern. I fought for that. So technically you won instead of a grandpa. But I want that still.
That would be awesome. That I think we should go for that. Just a grandpa.
It would have been instead of you, just to be clear.
You know. Well, okay, grandpa next year. You've established that you've got the Sherm turn. You got the Deke turn. You got the chef turn. Now you just got to get the paw turn. I don't know. That sounds like a dog.
A very humbling experience was Chris coming up to me a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, Chris, and he said that there needed to be a Sherm turn, just an intern that was assigned to Sherman. And he said he would love to throw his hat in the ring for next summer to be a Sherm turn. Chris said that to me.
I don't hate the idea. I think where my brain go is the ability for Chris to just use those terms there and not describe them at all. And for you to come in with the actual definition of a Sherm turn and a Deke turn. I wasn't sure what those were, but now intern, got it. A pod turn kind of threw me for a loop there, Chris.
But a Deke turn, they're just your intern.
Yeah.
A chef turn, a chef turn would be.
Chef actually should have an intern. He knows skills that he could teach somebody.
Yes.
A Deke turn. We'd play Foursquare.
Whoa.
I'd teach stuff, but we'd have fun.
You're selling yourself low.
We would learn things, but we'd have fun doing it.
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of copy pasting.
One last follow
I
up.
have one last one, and the only reason it's a Pittsburgh one, so I had to.
Come on,
Austin Haley Halley, so apology if I did it there. Heading to OBX from Pittsburgh in 2 weeks. I get to drive 9 hours with a 12-month-old. Love hearing the beach hacks. Love the show. And his emoji is the Duolingo owl with a big butt. So I just wanted to shout that out.
Oh, let's go, dude.
Big meaty owl.
Yeah, and what language are you learning? Would be my follow-up question to him. Would love to know.
Do you have a streak?
I was freshening up on my Spanish right when I moved here to Nashville. I did 4 semesters worth of Spanish at Baylor.
Oh, yeah.
And I am by no means fluent, but I can read words or hear songs. And know what every other thing is. When I hear Spanish being spoken out in the public, I am no help. And so I was like, but you lose it. You lose it. I studied abroad. Yeah. I felt kind of comfortable to have conversations, and you lose it. And so 2 years ago, I started like freshening up on it.
Yeah.
I need to get back into it. It was actually very fun.
Spanish adjacent pod. Chef grew up speaking Spanish. You at one point did speak it. I am marrying. I'm about to become Panamanian in September, so I need to learn it.
Dude.
Yeah. And so I am learning Spanish.
Are you really?
I mean, I'm on a 97-day streak on Duolingo, and I can order coffee without sugar and milk because I'm lactose intolerant.
Hey, no leche, no escuchar.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Big days. No, she sent me a TikTok this morning about doing my vows in Spanish, to which I said, can I read them then? So we will see.
Hey, you're a good man. You're a good man, dude. That would be pretty freaking cool.
She doesn't watch the pod. Her sister does, so she'll leak it to her. I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, I like that. Hey, you shouldn't do it.
Not doing it, Murray.
Where was I gonna go with the OBX? I'm so sorry, I'm blanking on OBX. What is
Banks.
OBX? Sorry?
Outer Banks, the TV show.
No! He's going.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
He's going to go find the treasure.
Yes, dude.
It's not like there's an actual island or anything.
What's his name? Bring it on home.
John B.
John B. Bring it on home, John B. Oh my gosh. Well, guys, no other way than to kick off with a dad loss. For those that are new listeners, I have a 1-year-old daughter named Scarlett, which is crazy to say out loud. She turned 1 on July 3rd. I moved here 2 years ago for this job. My entire family, I have around 16 first cousins. My entire family is in Fort Worth, minus some of the cousins. And Jill has 27 first cousins. Pretty much every single one of them is in Fort Worth and the aunts and uncles. We are very Fort Worth based. And so we did obviously our trip to the beach with my nuclear family, but Jill wanted to have a birthday party for baby ScarScar in Fort Worth with all of our families there. So that was extremely fun. But you may be asking yourself, Sherman, you're kind of leaving us hanging because last episode, it was like kind of left up in the air. How did things go? How did it go with the wifey? Did you talk to her? Did you apologize to her? I had texted her on the episode, and I told you guys on the episode, I had still no reply. And poor Will, I was kind of putting him in a grinder by even talking about it. You could tell that he was wanting to stay off the gas because he was like, oh, I can't tell if Sherman feels like he's oversharing or if we're oversharing if we talk about it too much. And it wasn't that bad. Not to like minimize it. I was an absolute jerk to Jill, like 100%. And I owed her so many apologies. But it did work out. I did not sleep on the couch that next night. I slept in my own bed. And a lot of it came down to being a good teammate, which I will circle back at the end of the episode about being
Love that.
a good teammate to your spouse.
I think the one thing from Will's perspective is you traditionally, when you tell stories about you in Jill's situation, you do have some version of closure. And so to tell a story of you being in the middle of one, I'm sure Will was looking at it as a friend of like, I don't want to make a joke or make light of this because I don't know how the story will end. And do you need advice versus it? Because normally when you tell these stories, you go, and then I was a big idiot and apologized and we were in bed the next night and it's okay.
Yeah.
And so I do think there's probably somewhere you were in the middle of it because I don't know if I felt that from him, but I know the lights are bright on this side of the table. I'll tell you what, that's probably where he was at.
100%. And I should have just flat out asked him in the moment for advice. I was thinking about that the next day. I was like, if there was one thing that I could have done differently last episode, it would have been to explicitly ask Will and you guys, hey, I could use a little help on this one.
Chef, what would you have given him as advice?
In that situation.
Yeah, if he last episode when he was talking about being in the middle of it, if he would have asked for advice, what would you have said?
I'm a big guy on it wouldn't be advice for my current moment, like in that moment.
Sure.
Would be like, hey, as soon as you can, sit down, have an honest talk. It's like, hey, like those convos can always, like, for me at least, like I have to almost take a step back and go, all right, let's get the mindset of we're going to look for a solution. We're going to look for a middle ground. We're going to, at least for me, I'm like, I'm going to air out what I felt like I did wrong. And that's how I feel good after something like that, like closure wise. Like I feel like, okay, I learned from this, got a little better. My original advice would be don't let it, maybe, and this is how I am. I'm like, I always am like big on, I rather, even if it is like a little bit of an argument, let's figure it out in the moment. Let's just talk it out. We're not going to go sleep on this. Let's just figure it out, at least to where we're at a base understanding and we could still be upset. It's very okay to be upset. And those kind of things, because it's just going to happen. But I'm that's my big thing is like, I always try to like, all right, we're clearly mad at each other. Let's figure this out right now. Let's talk it out. We don't have to come to a big hunky-dory conclusion, or like wrap it up with a bow, I guess.
Yes.
But that's kind of where I go.
There is something really nice about, one, I love your perspective on it, and thank you for the advice. Two, to echo you completely of the way that I like to do things as well, is I like to figure it out in the moment. I know that sometimes situations do need some time to breathe. Mm-hmm. But at that point, there had been enough breathing. As far as like a full day had passed and now I'm coming home. And Jill and I, obviously, if we were to argue, we do not like doing that in front of Scarlett. So it's almost like you have this nice little built-in time to kind of self-reflect as you're like, interacting with your wife and your child, and you're doing dinner, and you might not be talking to your wife a whole lot in the moment, but everyone's smiling. Everyone's talking with Scarlett, feeding her. We're having some fun laughs here and there, but in the back of your head, as soon as she is down in the crib and she is night and nighttime routine is over, it is now time for mom and dad to have their discussion. But it is kind of nice to have like that little buffer of, shit, I know that this conversation is bound to happen. It needs to happen. Yeah. And I know when it's going to happen and just mentally prepare for it.
Yeah.
And that's also just how I'm a very like, if it goes and I already know what the conversation we're going to have is, in my mind, I get stressed out where I'm like, if I have all day to think about it, it's like, I already know what I want to say. I already know, like, if I feel like I did something wrong, I know I want to go and be like, hey, I screwed up here, and just having to sit on it, which sometimes that's probably what I need. It's probably what needed between me and Alex, my wonderful girlfriend. Shout out if you're listening.
Shout out.
But it's like, I am such a, like, I don't know, like I can't sleep on it. Like I'm very bad about that kind of stuff. It's something I'm trying to improve. Let things not go, but just go. You need to like compartmentalize for a little bit, and just, you're going to return to the combo. It's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay. And I know what you mean. And I was in that.
Yeah, I literally you were in the middle of it.
I confided to a 21-year-old intern, Dylan Durkin.
Clip went crazy.
Hey, shout out Durko's fam and friends, dude.
Yeah, somebody commented, thank you for letting me borrow your Lambo. Kid doesn't have a driver's license.
Durkee does not have a driver's license. He has a state ID. And yes, he let somebody borrow his Lambo.
Such a nice kid.
Which is very kind of Durkee. But I literally confided in a 21-year-old intern about how I was a jerk to my wife. And then I proceeded to then go on a podcast and share that I was a jerk to my wife. And the only like extra thing that I would say on that to the masses is because my dad was like having a conversation with me, and he didn't for a second like say, hey, don't air out your dirty laundry on the internet or whatever. which I always like look to protect Jill or like, you know, keep like some distance between the internet and our fam, and really just like I'm a co-host on this show. Jill and Scarlett aren't.
Yeah.
And so I need to do like the best job I can of coming onto the show and representing myself. But I think I've said this a ton of times on the show. I never want to come on this show and just be like, dude, I have it all figured out. I'm the man. My wife is never upset. She is so spoiled. I get her gifts all the time. I'm never late to anything. Yeah. I always know the right thing to say. I'm really smart, I'm really charismatic and funny and great to be around all the time. And I'm like the perfect guy because I feel, not that I don't have like good self-worth or value of myself, but I feel very much down here and realize that I am imperfect and I'm not some like stud. And I want the audience to know that like there would be no authenticity if I just came on here and like faked it all the time. And so I just want to also say, PT Sickos, thank you for being there and listening to me rant and have a really bad attitude last week.
Yeah, I think the beautiful thing about that whole thing is that no one here expects you to apologize for it, which is good. But if you look at the kind of fabric of the show that you guys have started and made, yeah, you're not experts, but it's also not a show where like we're just gonna come here and complain about shit and like, you know, yeah, you got to get shit off your chest, but nobody's coming to the show to also complain about their lives. We're coming to the show to say, I messed up. You guys are here to hold me accountable. Let's all get better together. And so as long as you guys have that trajectory, this isn't a cesspool of all the dads are coming here to come. Yeah, we complain. Shit happens and it sucks. But we don't just come here, complain, and then move on. You come here, complain, talk with your buddies, look how you can improve, tell the world how you improved, and then we move on to the next one. I think that's the difference between kind of what you see yourself in this and like what it is, because the show's sick and people see it and go, damn, I should do that. Damn, I should make a teddy bear out of the recliner from my wife's grandpa's place. Damn, I should do all these things that these people are calling in about. It's a standard that PT6 has set that we're just trying to bounce back to every single day.
Dude, that's so fucking true, dude. It always comes back to the teddy bear call-in, dude.
Yeah.
It always comes back to the teddy bear call-in. And as much as I was joking in that moment, there's some seriousness to it too, of when I told Durkee, I pointed at that best dad photo and said, hey, what the hell am I thinking, man? Look at my fam. Look how cute those two girls are. What am I doing? Being a jerk. But it's true, dude. It's like they're deserving of way better when I am at my lowest, or I am falling short, or I'm frustrated. My family deserves better. Can I be perfect for them all the time? Absolutely not. Does my wife know that and is okay with that? Absolutely. So I just wanted the listeners to know that this strangely feels like a very safe space, even though it's going on www.internet.com every single week. And I love what you said about the accountability part of it, is that you guys, including Will, feel like a group that I can come to. And like, I tell y'all, hey, I slept on the couch to try and, you know, give my wife the cold shoulder and show her I was upset. Watched her favorite show without her. Turned up the TV loud just so she could hear I was doing it. And the fact that y'all can laugh, but you also don't celebrate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're not sitting there going like, hell yeah, sure, show her, dude. Yeah.
You know, I think the reason for that is that I think all of us as men have done that in some kind of form or fashion. You get petty, not even like, petty. And it's like, I'm going to show. And then it's the same thing. We've all done it. We've all gone, why did we do that? Why did I, like, in whatever form or fashion? So it's almost like you said, it's like, we're not laughing in like a maniacal sense. It's like almost because you're like, I've done it. And you know that feeling that you're going through during that episode. I was sitting there going, I've been there. I've been there a lot. And that's kind of the beauty of the show, is that we all get to like, there's such a shared experience, even for someone who doesn't have a kid. And I'm 24, don't plan on having a kid anytime soon. It's like through, it's like almost like a look forward to go like, Sherm, you're married, young, have a 1-year-old daughter. It's like some of those things that I deal with. It's good to know that like, hey, this is stuff that you're always gonna you're always gonna have some of these challenges and stuff. Like it doesn't go away, and that's okay. Like it's not supposed to. It's supposed to, that's kind of how relationships are. It's a dance.
It is a dance, dude.
But also,
that's
man,
a good quote.
Full story, Jill was wrong. So just saying, I love you, Jill, but I'm in the chair. She was wrong.
Hey, I will say this. She was so not wrong is the best part. Like, if I broke down the entire situation, I feel like everybody would have been like, holy
buy those
shit,
dogs,
Sherman.
Sherm.
Yeah, it was so much more than the dogs, dude. I just started laying it down once, like, she was able to. I mean, it was like a courtroom scene where like she just pulls the ultimate lawyer legalese on me. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I just lost this case. And I like do a Hail Mary of just like crazy evidence throwing in. And
Saul Goodman.
Everybody in the back's like, objection. Like, this is crazy. What is he doing?
It's a courtroom, damn it.
Yeah. They would have wanted order in their court with the way that I was acting. But the other good thing that I will say too, and the part that I've thought a little bit about, especially recently, is like, it is really cool that I am working some of these kinks out and figuring some of this stuff out with Jill, with Scarlett at the age that she's at.
Yeah.
That she like doesn't fully see that interaction with mom and dad right now that she's one. And I don't say didn't see it like it was some screaming match or that like things were getting thrown. Not even remotely the case, but more so that those little eyes are going to be more and more locked in, and those little ears are going to know more and more and more of the words that are coming out of the mouth. And every single action that she sees dads do is going to be internalized. And I need to really sit there, process things, think to myself, my daughter's watching me right now. I need to handle this with a ton of care and through the lens of how I want my daughter to expect men to act and expect men to treat women and to treat her eventually when she is in a relationship. So that has like weighed heavy too. Of like, dude, I was being such a bozo, and Scarlett was sitting there listening to the way that I was trying to pawn off the dogs on her mom. Like, it's such a loser mentality.
I think there's only two ways that kids learn about love, and it's either how your dad loved or how you want to love because of how your dad loved. And not just your dad, but for our sake, we're dads. Like, she's either going to learn justifiably, and I know obviously you're a good man and a good dad, it's going to turn out, but like daughters are going to figure out how they should be loved by the actions of their fathers. Yeah. And so through that whole line, and you probably would have felt bad if you turned up dragons and dragons woke her up or something. Like, there are parts of that she is a baby, is a baby. But yeah, I mean, she's going to see you guys. I mean, we know obviously everything's a little exemplified for the show, but yeah, she learns love through your actions for your wife. And so you're right. It is good to get kinks out and things like that. And having a kid, I don't know. I got 2 dogs. Having a kid doesn't look easy necessarily. Yeah, so there's going to be times like that.
Yeah, like the easiest part of parenthood. I talked with Coop. Yeah, I told y'all last episode I went to Atlanta because I told the Uncle Tanner story.
Yeah.
Went to Atlanta with Coop. Coop picked my brain on the drive back from Atlanta about being a dad pretty much the entire drive back, which I try really hard when I'm with my friends to not talk about being a dad, because I'm sure it's a broken record to a lot of people that aren't dads. And thank God I have this show where I can like come on here and excessively speak about being a dad. It kind of gets that tick out of the way for the week. But he was picking my brain. He's like asking me all these questions and like was being so kind. Shout out Coop of saying, you and Jill just make it look so easy. Y'all make it look so easy. And I know it's not easy. What's the secret? What's the blah, blah, blah? And I was like, dude, the part of parenting that is quote unquote easy is like picking your daughter, getting your daughter dressed in the morning, taking her to daycare, making sure she has food in her backpack. And even I find a way to fuck that up. Like that's the easy part of the job. And I fuck that up all the time. But like, those are the easy parts of parenting of like, oh, Scarlett wants to play soccer. Let's get shin guards. Let's get cleats. Let's get jersey and let's sign her up for league. That's so easy. It's the little minutia like moments throughout the day of just kind of introducing her to the world and introducing her into being a strong, confident woman, introducing her to how you interact with a waiter or waitress or a stranger or the everyday stuff, like building them up as a person. Yeah. That's the hard part. And that's usually the part that people don't see. And so I thank Coop for saying, hey, y'all make it look so easy. I have a type A wife that's a nurse. Hell yeah, it's going to be easy. She plans everything out for me. But it's those moments when no one's looking, like when I slept on the couch and turned up Thrones. Those are the hard moments of parenting. Those are the hard moments.
I love that though. Shout out to you for asking. How was the trip though? You didn't really get too much into the trip.
Dude, trip was so good. Speaking of type A nursey wife, Jill could not have murdered it more. Could not have murdered it more. The place where we did the birthday party, it's like a room that you could rent out. Shout out Cody and Lisa for setting that up. There was a birthday party before ours that was underwater themed, like ocean themed. And so they had jellyfish and bubbles hanging from the ceiling. And they looked at the event space, looked at their planning thing, and they see 1-year-old mermaid party. And they go, oh, leave everything up. Don't clean it up. And so Jill had put together all these like really beautiful decorations and stuff, but we had never thought about ceiling stuff. And I come in and I see the jellyfish and the bubbles. And I'm like, oh my God, Jill, when did you do this? They're like, no, it was the birthday before us. So it like everything was going our way. Scarlett was so excited, dude. She had no idea what was going on. She's not going to remember any of it. But what we did, if you're going to throw a first birthday party, because that is the quote that everybody tells you, here's your dad hack. They're never going to remember it. Why the fuck are you doing it? What are you doing with a 1-year-old birthday party and planning everything to a T? I get that. But if you plan everything to a T for the adults, and it's like also kind of an adult party, it bangs, dude. We had a little open bar situation for the adults. Like this little poolside bar. All the adults that didn't have kids, our couple of friends without kids, they're in the pool with like the kiddos are in the baby pool and they're just like chilling in the water with their drinks, vibing. It was total vibe.
Sick.
Jill had this ridiculous mermaid playlist. I got to get that playlist for y'all. And for anybody at home looking to throw a mermaid party for a 1-year-old.
Just siren songs 24/7.
Insane catchy. How is it like, ooh, the water's perfect. Hey, I'm a mermaid with like EDM type like beats behind it. I was like, Kids Pop has elevated, dude. Kids Pop has elevated.
Oh, I love that.
It was so good, dude. And so like that's playing as I'm like, hey, can I have another margarita? And like hanging out with my friends and there's babies crawling everywhere.
Did you dress up?
No. Oh, dude.
I saw pictures of you guys there and I was like, oh, they look beautiful. And Jill had like a sequin skirt type thing on that looked like a mermaid's tail and everyone looked great. And then I looked at you and it was not King Neptune nor King Trident.
Nor nothing. I didn't do shit.
And my first thought was, oh, that's a really lazy King Trident costume.
Sherman, okay, I can. He could have at least took his shirt off.
He has the same. He could have dyed his beard or something.
Sherman, you could have worn turquoise shorts and just had your shirt off.
Had a trident at least.
Trident. Deke, thank you for seeing that. I saw some people in the comments too. It's hilarious. Somebody said, I was promised King Triton, and I replied underneath him, asterisk King Neptune.
We are we spent about I don't know, maybe 2 hours of the show already telling you you're a good dad. Where the fuck was the costume?
Where the fuck was the costume?
Where was it?
Doghouse had a lot to do with that. Doghouse had a lot to do with that. I never got around to buying it. Jill would usually buy that sort of thing for me. And while I was in Doghouse, because Doghouse was like the next 3 days, and it wasn't a true Doghouse, but it was like a, I don't know how to phrase it. Like, it's not walking on eggshells, but it's kind of like hey, I'm trying not to be in your way. I'm trying to show you that I care around the house and I love you.
Yeah.
And my mind was either on that or work. And so anything that didn't fall in those two categories just went, woo. And then so when we were, her cousin Megan, shout out Megan, came to pick us up from the airport. And Jill was like, did you order the King Trident outfit? I was like, did not. And that was the day before the birthday, was when we both remembered. So huge swing and miss by me.
Yeah. Well, I was just excited to see it more than anything. Like, again, ScarScar is not going to remember her dad didn't dress up as it, but like, it's cool concept. So.
And I will say this could be used as a teaser for another show that is in this universe. And I truly cannot say more because I'm a plebeian at this company as far as going rogue and spoiling stuff.
Should we just say everything, every rumor that's ever happened?
We actually probably should.
That would get clicks.
After I leak this, there's going to be some Disney inspired content at some time this fall that will involve dress up. I'm done. I'm out. That's it. Disney content. It will involve pretty much every member at this company. I've already overpromised. A lot of people dressing up. And I'll leave it at that. And so maybe King Triton can come out to play then.
Or King Neptune.
Or King Neptune.
Either or.
Because JP loves him some SpongeBob. He would be a big fan of me.
He's deep coded in the SpongeBob meme world.
He is. He probably heard me saying King Neptune and he was like, yeah, Sherm's right.
Bald head guy. Yeah. Got the crown. Yeah. Paper bag over his head.
Oh,
here's a conversation. Would you let your kids watch SpongeBob? Because my parents did not let me watch SpongeBob, and I think that on a culture meme, just database, it like hurts you if you don't watch SpongeBob as a kid. Like, do you get what I'm going with, Chef?
I was a SpongeBob watcher.
Okay,
I was the complete opposite end of the spectrum. I watched every single episode.
Okay.
And yes, I think it's detrimental to a young one's health that they weren't able to watch that. JP would fully agree with that
JP
too.
would fully agree. And can I ask Chris to follow up?
Starting his question with "Here's a conversation" is the main reason day one I said Chris is my guy.
That's a quote graphic.
That's a presentation of an idea that we all now are on the edge of our seats. But yes, please ask Chris your question.
Chris, follow up would be: I think you probably had some homework that you had to do with SpongeBob to get caught up, or maybe you never did, but what did that process look like? Did you ever ingratiate yourself with SpongeBob?
So basically it's when someone sends a meme on Instagram or you see anything around, you just have to catch yourself up on where the context is. So like when someone sends a meme, you've got to, all of a sudden you got to watch the clip and then you got to figure out, okay, what's the context to that? Because people will also quote SpongeBob at school. I can't pick of one like off the top of my brain, but people will quote it. And then all of a sudden you're thinking, what was that person saying? And I'm already hard of hearing. I have a 70-year-old's hearing capability. So when someone says something and I don't get it, it's a what? That's kind of where I'm at. So, and I watched, some of the other shows, but not watching SpongeBob, I think, truly could be detrimental to your children. And science says one thing, but Chris says the other. That's just what I'm saying.
Last question for Chrysler, unless you have.
No, I was just gonna say we all were intently watching Chris. I was curious how he was going to end it. That was very well put, Chris.
Very well put, Chris. And final message would be, final question.
I do have a follow-up question after you, so one more after you.
Okay, good. Did you overcome it? How are you feeling? Because I think you have a good sense of humor, Chris.
No, yeah, it definitely was a steep battle to go up. I think also I got sent to a lot of camps when I was younger. Like, it was cheaper to send me to camp than to feed me at home as a child. Yeah. So I think that helped me a lot, just from the scout camps, the church camps, even like got sent to like some kind of diabetic camp, even though I'm not a diabetic. It was just cheaper to send me there than to feed me at home.
Yeah.
I love that.
They're using heavyweights.
There's a dad hack for you.
Yeah. Send your kid to diabetes camp.
Your kid's a stick, but the diabetes camp is the cheapest one.
It was at a church. So the church camp was at a diabetic camp. And so it was a cheap already, but then it was like they only fed you like diabetic food options. So like the brownies were there, and I don't like brownies, but brownies, and then you had to add, you could add sugar. And genuinely, there was no water at this camp. It was just tubs and tubs of Diet Coke at this church camp. But the plus side to this, they did have gummy bears like readily available.
Okay.
So you kind of rock with it a little bit.
Dad hack.
I can't.
Kid comes back from camp with a sweet tooth too. What was your follow-up, Deke?
Hey, Chris. Deke, for the dads. Thank you for taking my question. What, upon all of your research, I was going to go the angle of these kids have AI nowadays and he can't do any homework and yada yada, but actually I do have a question. What's your A1, number one Spongebob meme or reference that you now love or understand based on your research?
Good.
Okay. It would have to be like the SpongeBob. Oh, I'm blanking on it right now, but it's like when the what's the crab guy?
Nobody said
Krusty. It's not Krusty Krab. It's
he owns that place.
No, he owns it. This is how bad it is. It's like, when he just walks in, I can't think of a specific one, but it's like when he walks in and he's just like ragging on SpongeBob or whatever. And then it's like he's walking in and out just frustrated. No, but I'm thinking of Squidward. Yeah. I thought for some reason Squidward was a crab.
Who is not a crab.
Because the crab, he would come in and say he loves SpongeBob. Yeah. He'd be like, SpongeBob, me boy. Like he's happy. Eugene.
And so, your moment.
Yeah.
So Squidward comes in.
So it's like...
Squid Guy comes in.
Squid Guy. He said Squidward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like when Squidward comes... Oh, no. Okay, this is what it is.
It's when
Squidward picks up the chair and leaves. That's the one I like the most. Like when... Yeah, I think you Deke, you don't seem like you know what I'm talking about. Do you know? Like, it's when Squidward,
you haven't described a scene yet, so no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, it's when Squidward picks up the chair. I think Chef knows where this... Like, when he picks up the chair and he just walks into his house. It's not really like...
Oh, the sunbathing chair.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not at the restaurant. I'm with you.
No,
gotcha.
Yeah, we're a little all over the place.
And he has the sunbathing chair.
Is that the leaf blowing episode?
Yeah,
I forget why he was getting
clam blowing episode. Sorry.
I don't know. It's a good question, but I know he picks up the chair.
Something that annoyed him.
Yeah,
I forgot what it was.
Yeah, it was something like that.
I'm with you now, Chris.
And then it's like when he packs up his chair and just goes inside, because when someone is annoying that's the meme. Okay, now it's clicking.
Chris told a story. That was a good one.
So
I know exactly what you're saying. When someone says something stupid, you put that one because you pack up your stuff, leave them there with that statement. Yeah. I like that one.
And that was what I was deprived of in my childhood, brought to us by the Crizzler.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Intern Chris. And also, I don't know if Chris is editing this at all. Are you or he's like watching you edit?
I'm gonna walk him through it.
Yeah,
Chris. Love that. Let's make sure that we put some kind of image of that referencing that scene.
Yes.
In in SpongeBob for the listeners to be able to follow along as well. Okay, the trenches is our next segment, and we're talking first birthday parties, and we're talking must-haves at first birthday parties. I chalked it down to 3 items. You don't have to do a big old blowout first birthday party like Jill and I did. Not a lot of people have 27 first cousins, 16 first cousins, etc. You may just want to do something at home with just the 3 of you, mom and dad and baby. You might want to have just a couple friends over, whatever the case may be. I think these are 3 items that if these are at your child's quote unquote first birthday party, you cannot lose. Number 1, cake. That's
Self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory.
Are you taking
Please.
questions in between, or should we hold them till after?
Please.
Cake or smash cake?
Either.
Okay, I'm just saying the people might want a cake, but the baby gets a cake. I never know how that works.
What's a smash cake?
A
Either
cake just
or both.
for the baby
Oh,
to kind of toss up and
What kind of flavor?
Any.
yeah.
Either or both with the smash cake
Cool.
or real cake, any flavor. I'm not going to sit there and tell you what to do, mom and dad. I'm just
Love
saying, having a cake that they can smash, dude, whether it's a bona fide cake from the freezer section of Kroger or Publix or wherever you shop.
Yeah.
Baskin Robbins also has some good ice cream cakes. But the little event place that we're at provided the cake, I think. And it's like a smash cake. So it's like real easy for the baby to just like, Scarlett was,
Yeah.
I mean, I put up that meme of grandpa thought the can of paint was yogurt. That's like what she looked like. And everybody wants to see the baby go to town on the cake. That's what everybody comes to see. It's like, oh, first birthday party. The 2 things that come to my brain are, is there going to be drinks there?
Yeah.
Like, please God, let there be drinks there. Or are they going to let the baby smash the cake and get all over its face? Because that's about the only cool thing that's going down at a first birthday
It is
party.
cool to see too.
It's
just
cool.
the baby go Godzilla on a birthday cake, dude. It rips.
And especially like with us, we don't give Scarlett a lot of sugar.
Yeah, no.
So when Scarlett's getting sugar, it's hitting her in real time. Like it is truly like
Coursing through her veins.
oh my God. What have they given me? Alcohol is not on my list, by the way. Alcohol is not on my list.
Birthday cake
It's not
slash
a must.
alcohol is number 1.
Yeah. Birthday
Got it.
cake's number 1. I just wanted to put it out there. I know that I said my first question is, are there going to be drinks there? I don't think you have to have drinks at a first birthday party. That's not on my must have, but it is nice to have. Number 2, bubble machine.
Okay.
Bubble machine. Dude, the bubble wands, the bubble tube, I'm sure that's the cheaper route. I'm sure. But go to Walmart, go to Target. You can find one of those little cheapo $15 ones that you put 2 AA's in, and it has the wheel that spins and it blows the air through it, and it's perpetual bubbles. It's not spilling anywhere. Put it somewhere where the kids can't reach it. But there's just constant bubbles coming through, because at a first birthday party, you will have kids probably aging from ranges newborn to like 8 would be my guess. And a bubble machine is just undefeated, dude. The newborns are mystified by it. They don't know how to reach out and touch it, but they love it. The like 6 to 7 to 8 month olds, they're actually kind of reaching out towards the bubbles. They're loving it. The 1-year-olds, they're crawling. The a little bit older than 1, they're standing up. They're trying to grab it. They're walking around. They're popping the bubbles, dude. Bubble machine brings a vibe. It's like the easiest hack ever of just like a toy that allows everybody to interact with it. And it kind of gives the room some ambiance, dude. We're having a party here. Maybe you want to get some lights going. You don't have to get some lights going, but if you have bubble machine and lights.
And the bubble machine is something where like even the guy that doesn't like kids that at the party, or like the cool guy, a bubble goes by, he's going to pop that shit. Like one goes by, you're going to just a little pop.
And don't
Get them involved.
Don't act like you're too cool for bubble. I'm not saying you are, but don't act like you're too cool for bubbles, dude.
Bubbles rip.
College students are doing foam parties. What's a foam party, Sherman? That's just a big ass bubble party with a bunch of college age kids.
Wow.
If you really think about it,
The world we live in.
you never outgrow bubbles. So that's number 2. Number 3,
Yeah.
music. Music, dude.
Mermaid music.
Mermaid.
Yeah, specifically a mermaid music playlist. Yeah.
Mermaid
Yeah.
music playlist rips.
Yeah.
If you have a boy that is obsessed with dinosaurs, I guarantee you, if you get on the internet and look for it, there is a dinosaur kids bop playlist where they have changed all the lyrics to being a T-Rex, being a brontosaurus, being a raptor and getting your raptor claws up and do the raptor dance. There's some Diddy out there that, or what?
Whoa.
Sorry.
Okay, Chris, cut that in real time. Let's cut that in real time. Yeah.
Diddy as a song, not an artist.
Yeah.
There is some tune out there.
A little ditty.
A little shanty.
A little
if you
shanty.
will, that talks about or sings about whatever your kid's favorite thing is.
Oh, that's cool.
So I would have music playing. You can do it softly. It does not have to be loud. And I said I was going to keep it simple and use the KISS method on this. And I'll run you through it again. Cake, bubble machine, music.
Drinks.
Maybe some drinks.
Potentially some drinks, maybe.
Sue me.
Yeah.
Give me some drinks. That's my perfect first birthday party.
I love it. And my brain now goes to T-Rex theme party. I guarantee there's a playlist where random dinosaur noises happen throughout it. So you could be like, what was that? Was that a T-Rex outside? And play the stupid uncle game there. I guarantee there's a playlist for every themed party. Like I would feel confident saying that out loud.
Shake your tail.
Train party.
Stomp your feet. Come on, Tyrannosaurus, show your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I just made that up right now. That's probably a real song somewhere.
If not, we should make it.
I'm just saying, dude.
And ScarScar's party had all these?
ScarScar's party had bubble machine, cake, and music.
And
drinky drink.
Sue us.
Sue us.
That's sick, though.
Thank you. Crack a cold one.
You want to crack a cold one?
You guys want to do some shout outs real quick
Let's do some shout outs.
before we do crack a cold one?
We got
Kick us off, Chef. What do you have?
Pleasure. I have Keith Kincaid 9833 from YouTube. Boys, just wanted to shout out my wife Katie. Happy 10-year anniversary. One of the best gifts we can give our children is loving our significant other with all we have. My wife works from home full time while taking care of our 5-year-old and 21-month-old boy. P.S. The 21-month-old is also a Wolverine, so he doesn't give a fuck. Good. She truly is the backbone of our family. I love you so much. You're an amazing wife and an even better mother. Shout out to the community. Love the show. And to all the dads out there doing your best, you're all dogs.
Love that one, Chef.
I have one from Andrew Anglin. Instagram. Andrew wrote in.
Wow.
Guys, this is very serious. This is a serious one.
It's the first time I'm hearing it.
Andrew Anglin, Instagram says, my wife Kate gave me a beautiful 8-pound baby boy today. Can you shout her out on the next pod? P.S. I didn't get the trash out on time this week, so on top of a baby boy and our 14-month-old girl, I got to find time to get that shit to the dump. Talk about an epic dad loss. Go Big Orange. And he did not write that in all caps. I just thought I'd make it extra fun and read it like he was pissed. He's probably not going to.
You read it like that famous TikTok where the guy's like,
my birthday.
It's my birthday.
You were leaning into there, but I also bet his wife's like, that is how you sound, honey.
My wife is Kate and she gave me a beautiful 8-pound baby boy today.
I got one from X. Found a couple good ones on X this week. So Ryan Martin on X. Hey boys, this is Ryan from Kentucky. Just wanted to reach out and give a shout out to my brother-in-law, Chris Cox. Him and his wife are expecting August 11th. They are doing a surprise gender, so this could be good. What are the odds on the pod? He is the one who got me hooked on For the Dads through Bussin'. Y'all's advice is truly motivating and wish y'all nothing but the best. Thank you, Ryan. Shout out Chris Cox. Congratulations. And I hope everything goes well. August 11th, I would say it's going to be a girl.
Come on.
It's going to be a girl.
Hey, also shout out my really good friends because they just announced it on Instagram, Tate and Cannon. They got us at our first birthday, dude. It was kind of epic. They did the, hey, let's take a photo. Because like Tate and Cannon are like, I mean, those are our peeps, dude. As far as couple friends go and like sharing details and
That's
like
awesome.
sharing meals and stuff. Like
Yeah.
in Fort Worth, those were our peeps and we miss them dearly. And they were like, hey, let's get a photo of you guys. Let's get a photo. And it's just us four. And the person was actually filming. And they were like, all right, say, Cannon's pregnant on 3. And we're like, wait, what? Dude, I've never had that done to me, dude.
That's a fun
Threw
trend.
me off. I never got to see the video. I wish I had gotten to see it.
Oh, I'm sure they'll post it, no?
What do you have, Chef?
Shout out to my friend who I will not name because he hasn't fully announced, but no one watches the show. He called me, very good friend of mine.
Wow.
He's not good at dropping stories or news. And long story short, out of the blue, after 25 minutes talking to him about random shit, he goes, by the way, I'm having a kid.
Oh, great. That's a dad.
Burying the lead is what we call that.
Yeah.
That's just a dad at first kid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. He's already a dad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, by the way, she's pregnant again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the
So,
guy who's just excited to talk to you. And also this thing's happening in
We
my
talked
life.
ball for 25. We talked about the upcoming college football season.
He talked about what was important.
And he was like, hey, by the way, I have news for you.
He talked about what was important. What else is going on in my life? Let me rack my brain.
Talked about the Vols. Talked
yeah.
about that running back. Oh, yeah. Having a kid.
I'm
too.
having a kid too. So now an extra seat will be purchased for each game, I assume.
Yeah, no, no, he's not a Tennessee fan.
Oh, okay.
I also, just in case, because I know he hasn't publicly announced fully, I don't want to give anything, even though I know no one's going to ever
His
see it.
fandom.
But yeah, he's a different school.
Okay.
That is
However,
good
he
to
did
know.
say Project Tiger Woods, full effect.
Okay.
Okay.
We're pumped on that.
Okay. Girl or boy is fun with that one too. Girl or boy.
Yeah. That's a good one there.
I have a shout out from somebody that DM'd me. DM'd me.
Get out.
Which I love when I get DMs. I really, really do. And I've done a bad job of replying to DMs when I receive them. And I'm trying to get back into the DM stuff, guys. So anyways, this comes from Mason on Twitter. Mason reached out to me and wanted to give a shout out to his boy Isaiah. He got Isaiah on the pod. Isaiah listens to the pod, and Isaiah just had his new baby boy Graham last night.
Wow.
New dad shout
Let's
out.
go.
Isaiah, shout out you. Shout out your baby boy Graham. And Mason, way to be a PT sicko and get your boy on the show. That's a true PT sicko right there.
I love that. Yeah, your DMs are funny because we've talked a lot about like how to get through them and your walks you used to do and like replies. And dude, I know your DMs are gnarly, but I do love when people like I'll get some DMs about some stuff, just like food in Nashville or stuff we talk about on here. So like the people love DMs.
Here's the hard thing about DMs really quick, and I'll keep this brief.
And I got one after, so you do have to keep it brief, which is a good thing.
Good thing. Some of the DMs have a lot of details in them. A lot of details in them. And I don't see anything wrong with that at all. And I want to know all the details. But then that doesn't force me, but I force myself to then, I don't want to just be like, hey, brother, legend. Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, awesome. You a legend. Like, I want to be like, dude, oh my gosh, Scarlett did the exact same thing. Sounds like your son, Graham, is, exactly like her and and hang in there because I went through the same thing. So if I take some time to respond, I apologize, but it's also because I'm going to actually read your DM and reply.
I got those on the For the Dad channel where like, I don't want to send them a fake one or like everyone loves you rooting for you. Like I do want to send something back that I assume you and Will would sign off on. And so if that vacuum is real, it's a wonderful problem to have that people send us all the information.
Yes. Hey, keep taking out the trash.
Yes, that one too. And balls empty or whatever Will says.
Keep your balls empty.
We got Robert Humphreys, this chairman. Robert Humphreys from Spotify. PT6er incoming with alarm emojis. Found out a month or so ago the wifey is pregnant. Found the show back when we started trying and have ripped through the entire year plus backlog in only a few months. This pod has been incredible. The laughs, the stories, the hacks have made the stress of becoming a first-time dad exciting and has me looking forward to post that hospital walkout repping some FTD PT Sicko merch. Wanted to give a huge shout out to my wife who is crushing pregnancy while in her second year of medical residency. Parentheses, stud. What's up?
Do you guys want to rip through some of these before we get to crack colon? Because we are time-wise, we're already an hour 20.
Well, the good news is that this one is leaning about 2 hour of episode.
I'm excited for it. I was just saying maybe we just, before we hit crack colon, we just go ahead and rip through like dad.
I love that idea. And I have one last shout out.
Good. Shout out Robert. Shout out his wife.
Shout out Robert. Shout out his wife. Also, medical residency. Hello.
Stuff's tough, dude.
Hello.
Stuff's tough.
Stud. Katie Banta. Or Katie Banta.
Banta.
Wrote in and said, "Hey, Will and Sherm, my name is Katie Banta. Just wanted to give a shout out to my amazing husband, Bryce." Way to go, Bryce. First time dad.
Good job, Bryce. Let's go, Bryce.
Hey, there you go, Bryce.
Brycey.
Let's see what Bryce did to deserve the shout out. He's a first time dad. He's a huge PT sicko and a fan of BWTB. Hello. He listens to the show religiously. Found out we were pregnant with our first child in November and that we're having a boy on July 21st. That has already happened. That is exciting news. And a spoiler. I think we have him walking out of the hospital picture that I'll show very shortly. Scheduled C-section due to him being in breech. Good. We live in South Central Missouri. Good. I added that. Good. We've been together since 2015 and I was 14 and he was 13. Ayo, Bryce. When we started dating in middle school, fast forward 11 years, and here we are, getting ready to rock the parent life and ready to embrace the suck together. I remember the day that he told me he found this podcast where two dads gave advice and cut the shit. Little did I know it would give him the confidence boost that he needed. He went back and listened from the very beginning, bought the book 12 Hours in 12 Weeks, and he's loved all the stories, all the advice, and all the dad hacks this community has piled together. This podcast boosted his excitement to be a dad. Bryce is ready to rock the PT6 shirt down the hospital hallway on the way home. Thank you for the dads for this podcast and community. Keep up the good work. Katie Banta.
Katie Banta.
Katie Banta. Bryce Banta.
Oh,
hello.
Look at that shirt. Look at that. Look at that walk. That's a strong grip on the child. That is security. That is fatherhood.
That's a stud. And guys, that might be our first challenge for our ST sickos in the office is practicing the leaving the hospital thing. We just bring our Nuna that I have at the house, and I have a little baby doll that's the perfect size, and we just give no instructions other than here's the shirt, go, because it's actually harder than it looks. It's a bit Akko Taco.
Chris, you're not allowed to narc, because I think that's a good idea that we have to do this week because they all leave. So Chris, you're going to go last, and you can't tell them.
That sounds good.
There we go.
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of walked in there, and I honestly did not hear what you. I did not hear what you said.
That's good. That's even better.
/ I didn't really understand what you said.
That's good. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
That is a good thing. Did you switch to Deke when he started talking?
Chef, do you want to be the judge of that?
I also wasn't looking.
Okay.
That's a no.
I think.
Okay. We're killing
Chris
it.
doesn't know yet.
Yeah.
The best part is you don't ever say that. You just say, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Chris, you lie through your teeth.
Yeah, you absolutely admit nothing.
Yes, he's learning on the fly, which is a good thing.
Maybe.
I do have a problem whenever I press the 4 and it's like if I'm talking and then someone else talks, there's a severe delay.
In you or the machine?
In you.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's nearly deer in the headlights whenever I'm talking and then someone else talks and then I don't even freeze. I'm not programmed like Chef yet. Like shout out Chef. This is difficult. You know,
it is extremely difficult.
It is
everyone
extremely
It
difficult.
is. Now that I'm
hard.
talking, he just switched to me again. And then if Deke all of a sudden...
I think that Chris would have to switch to me. And if I look at that camera, would he switch to that camera? And if I go back, would he switch back? I don't know. I'm not seeing it, but I hope that Chris is doing that.
Poor Chris. Learning on the fly. You're crushing it, Chris.
Appreciate it.
What else do we want to
Chef,
jump
lead us
into?
off.
Yeah, I got a new dad here from T-Money on Spotify.
Yeah.
Officially joined Papa Team 6 today. Everly, I think.
Oh, no way.
Joined our family on July 22nd, 2026.
Different Everly.
Okay.
We had our Evie.
Yeah.
I got really excited.
It's
a new dad.
A new human name.
I think it's Everlay. It's Leigh. So I don't think
Everly.
It's,
Just a fun way to spell it,
gotcha.
I believe.
It's a great name, T Money. It's
Slay
beautiful
is
name.
Sleigh. So I would say Everlay.
Oh, okay. Everlay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the new dad? Sorry, we kind of cut it off. I feel bad. What was
T Money.
T-Money.
T-Money?
T-Money.
Shout out T-Money. Shout out Everlay. Justin Ferguson.
Yeah.
Or Ferguson. Said, hey boys, day one listener. I keep on leaving comments on YouTube. Figured I'd try on Spotify. Well, it worked, Justin. My wife is 7 months pregnant, broke her foot 6 weeks ago. Good.
That's ideal.
It has been an absolute grind and a true test on our relationship. I am in the trenches before the baby's even born, and I wouldn't change a thing. Hashtag good. Future PT sicko out. God, Justin, dude, that would be hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a new dad, or is that just
No. I do not have a new dad, but I got some dad hacks. I know that you both have some good dad hacks, so I got one as well.
Dad hack.
Coming in here, Carafone.
Repeat
offender. Stephen Carafone,
Repeat
4715. Kind of a carry on from a previous episode. Dad hack, don't forget the beach wagon. Pop the kiddo in there with all the toys and coolers. Makes it easy to carry and bring things to and from the beach. So we talked about a lot of beach dad hacks. The beach wagon. Put everything in. We have all these items that are hacks. How are you going to carry it all? Wagon.
Carafone. And guys, when Carafone, because I know that entire Carafone fam, because I believe Mr. and Mrs. Carafone write in
Yeah.
pretty often. They are professionals when it comes to the hacks, when it comes to knowledge of what to get. When they say wagon, they are not just talking about any wagon that you can get on Amazon, although those wagons are also hacks. Beach wagons have very specific tires because there is no sadder sight than going on the beach and seeing a dad that did not realize that they needed to get the incredibly fat tired wagons. And they have the little
teeny weeny
wheel, big wagon, teeny weeny thin wheel that gets on the sand. And because it doesn't have the surface area, instant sink. And you just are watching that dad quite literally now just drag that thing 300 yards to the ocean.
With kids everywhere, screaming, running.
Dad, when did this fucking thing? As you're just sweating your balls off and you're just get the fat tired wagon.
Yeah.
Dad hack, you got one?
I have one. It's from a Dane. We have a Danish write-in. And little dad hack here. His name is
Zirere.
Noomzirere.
Sorry, one more time.
Zirere.
Noomzirere.
Noomzirere.
Yes.
Okay.
A. That's what he put to start. EY. A.
Hey.
Listening on Spotify is kind of a dad hack. It really helps on cutting down the doom scroll time that usually happens on YouTube Shorts. Have a great day, guys. Ol Martin.
Old Martin.
So I guess it's I guess it is from Ol Martin. I don't know why.
Okay.
Well, his username is
Noomzirere.
insert audio voice. Ole Martin. So
okay.
Chef had it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Old Martin.
Love that.
Noomzirere. Brianna Anderson is mine. Guessing nationality is the US of A. She says, hey, for the dads, MT6er Bree here wanting to share a dad hack that my amazing hubby Matt discovered. Plus 100 degree weather in Lodi, California. So she is from the US of A. With the sun blazing down on us. Hot, sweaty emoji, sun emoji. And we forgot baby boy's hat. Good. So dad has sacrificed his head to protect our 4-month-old from the sun rays. So until you make baby hats, I guess Benson can keep rocking dada's winky face, hearts floating around the smiley face or the kissy face. Get your merch at bwtb.com. Golly, Bree, what a plug.
I didn't attach the photo to yours too. So whenever you get to the end of it, I do
look
have it
at
for you.
that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Beautiful.
We did. Hey, we've talked. Well,
Yeah, keep going. We'll look into it.
we'll look into it. No free shout outs. Smoke getting blown out of the nose emoji. And then attached image0.jpg. Best regards, Brianna Bree. Finfrock. Email, maiden name. Formerly Bree Anderson, now Bree Finfrock.
Yeah. Shout out women that have to change their names on marriage because that.
I'm glad we got that
sucks.
figured out because I know for a fact her sweet husband was probably sitting there going, I took my dad hat off and gave it to our kid. And you haven't changed your email address? Are you kidding me, babe? And now all my friends listening to this show, they're all going to see that and they're going to be like,
I'm going to think some dude named Anderson.
yeah, Bree hasn't changed her email?
Crazy.
You didn't tell her to look into that? Jill still uses her old one.
That is one of my favorite dad hacks ever. Go to the store.
And almost
BWTB.
almost just said Jill's email on the show. That would have been really fun.
What's your social?
That would have been really fun. But yes, those were our new dads. And then I have some PT6 community. Chef, do you want to kick us off again?
Yeah, sure. I got Johnny Flores, 90 here. You guys are effing great. I got a promotion at work. Congratulations, Johnny. I got an office job now and I can listen to podcasts, and I'm new to podcasts in general, but this has been the best show. Johnny, that
Johnny,
makes us here
come
sad.
on,
Getting
man.
a promotion and being excited that you can now rip podcasts at work is awesome.
he's definitely a construction guy.
yeah,
It's definitely, he's in the
100%.
AC. You're in the AC now, Johnny.
Nobody can
Soft
tell you you
hands.
can't rip sunflower seeds at your desk, Johnny.
Brother, when I was filling out purchase orders and doing
Oh, yeah.
essentially customer care work at that medical device company, shout out Alcon, man, did podcasts change my life. Man, did it change my life. Craig Gale. Shout out Craig Gale. He sent an email. This is under PT6 community. He addressed us as men, comma. Love the show. Wish I had it 15 years ago when starting, but I'm still learning as a dad of a 15, 12, 10, and 8-year-old. Dude, this guy,
Yeah. This guy knows ball.
this guy, Craig. I'll take my hat off for this one. Of things not to do and things to do. I've been hesitant to email because of the first words of advice that I have. Every family dynamic is different. Do what works for you in your situation. Take advice from others and apply what fits. Part of becoming a better parent is going through the years with no advice and figuring out what works for you. Hold on and enjoy the ride. Great advice. Great advice.
He rips.
Number 2, when picking out swimsuits, pick bright colored ones. Don't pick the ones that match the color of the pool. This also applies to traveling, airports, busy places where you want to be able to locate your kids quickly.
Oh,
This dude knows ball. First time hearing it or reading it, but dude knows ball.
Can I read that one again?
Yeah.
read it again.
For the people in the back.
When picking out swimsuits, pick bright colored ones. Don't pick ones that match the color of the pool. This also applies to traveling, airports, busy places where you want to be able to locate your kids quickly. Whoa. Craig Gale. Number 3, kids will get sick towards the end of the week, usually Friday afternoon, to where you can't get them checked in until Monday. And by then, they are normal. Brother, hey, real quick, because
Yeah.
he has 2 more.
Yeah.
This is like a quarterback room where like Will is the franchise guy that's been here for like a while and is like a really good franchise guy. Like nobody's sitting there saying like he needs to be replaced. I recently just got drafted. You guys are like coaches in the room. I'm the rookie.
It's like the opposite of Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. And I'm learning from Will. I'm learning from Will.
We are the Chiefs quarterback room right now.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
We got Patrick Mahomes, who's Will. I would say Justin Fields, seasoned vet coming in there.
Okay.
I would say Garrett Nussmeier, just drafted rookie. And then I'll be Chris Oladukin because the Steelers drafted him.
I thought you were going to go back to when Alex Smith was there.
That'd be a good one too.
That'd be a
I
good
was
one.
just going off their
Young
depth chart
Patrick
now.
Mahomes.
He just called me Patrick Mahomes. Whoa.
Well,
And then,
I called Will Patrick Mahomes. I called you Justin Fields.
yes,
Or
but
you're
when
saying
he
Will-
brought up the
yeah,
Alex,
Will's Patrick Mahomes.
that was.
It's the chair.
But then Craig,
Smith is a good one too.
who's Craig? Because now he's like the
I was saying
God
Craig's
tier
like,
quarterback that just came into our room and pulled up 3 things of tape, and the entire room fell silent.
yeah, I was saying Craig was like the Alex Smith, and you were like the young, you're like the young Patty Mahomes. Before the Patty, I'm thinking this is like 2017.
Yeah. And he literally just came in, turned on like 3 clips,
Yeah.
and the entire room fell silent and said, "Holy shit!"
How do you make it look that easy? Number 1 overall pick, Alex Smith.
I mean, and we still have 2 to go. When shopping for something that you have no idea where to locate it besides the aisle number, find the price first, then find the item.
Wow.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know what he means by that.
When shopping for something that you have no idea where to locate it besides the aisle number. So all you got's the aisle number. Find the price first, then find the item. My gut tells me that this is a hack for like there's cheaper options out there than the thing. But if you also look online and you know the price of the thing, you could. That's one we might need to experiment.
Maybe
around.
he's just speaking on a higher level that we can't understand.
Yeah.
Or maybe like this could be the career-ending injury for Alex Smith. And you know, like you know, if the dad like he has a great career. This is not a roast.
We still got one more.
Well,
Chris.
this is not a roast, but it's like, never mind. He's doing great.
No,
Finish. He's like it's like when the like we're starting off hot. Let's not end too cold now. Like that one, we're like, maybe we just don't understand it.
Do you think he put it in there, Chris, on purpose for it to have question marks, almost as if to kind of lower some walls and kind of be like, hey, I'm not perfect. Not everyone's going to hit. Do you think that's what the intention was?
It could be like that. Now that you think about it, it could be where
To make us feel a bit more comfortable?
Well, and just like Alex Smith's injury, he did kind of make a comeback.
That's
And
what I'm saying.
You said career ending. I just want to say Chris is not terribly wrong, but he did make a comeback. And so I'm excited for the last hack.
And there is a number 5, Deke.
I'm excited.
Last question. When installing shelves, does one recommend using the Milwaukee Shockwave drivers?
Yes.
Unlike Alex Smith, Craig came back and won the Super Bowl with number 5.
Answer's yes.
Answer's yes. You got to use the Milwaukee Shockwave. He said, keep up the great work and enjoy every day. Craig, thank you so much for spending your time with some young pup dads that have no idea what they're doing, putting up with our nonsense.
That's awesome.
I love that you wrote in, dude. I love that we have a seasoned dad listen to the show. That's really cool. Thank you, Craig.
I got one from Trevor. I want to say Larade, Larade, Larade. Hey, boys, international fan here. Only Canada, but still. Your podcast came up on my suggestion list, and I was immediately hooked. I'm a police officer in Canada. Thank you. A Mountie, maybe. And let me tell you something. You guys make the 12, 13, 14-plus hour shifts go easier. I listened to a recent episode. I decided to start from the beginning. Flew through the first 3 episodes on my first night shift. Good thing you guys kept those under an hour. Waking up at 5 a.m. for another 12-hour shift, dealing with other people's problems? Good. Dealing with other people's kids acting up because their parents can't deal with them? Good. Having a drunk guy try to spit on you while calling you every name under the sun? Good.
That's really great.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
Having to wrestle a husband off his wife while minutes later, the same wife yelling at you for helping her? Good. Having to talk down to 2 60-year-old neighbors as they go at it over how the other one cuts their lawn. Good. That's good.
No, well, that actually does. That one made sense.
Yeah. Let them fight, Trevor.
Yeah.
Having your son tell you he wants you home because you work too much. Good. Coming home after a 15-hour shift to your wife and 8-year-old arguing over something stupid. That never happens. Good.
He made that one up.
Telling your wife to just let it go because it's not that big of a deal, and then she yells at you. Good.
Deserved.
All of it. Worth it just to go outside, grill some burgers for the family. Little man hugs you from behind and tells you he loves you and appreciate how much you put in for everything he needs. Dad win. Good. Keep up the great pod. And Sherman, I just finished the episode where you talked about Scarlett being born. Can't wait to hear the stories from now on. You're going to be a great dad. Spoiler alert, Trevor, he is a great dad.
Oh, come on.
P.S. The episode I first listened to, Will Realtor told the story about his grandparents playing chess. Damn it, Maxine. I had to pull over. I was laughing so hard. Much love from your neighbor up north and can't wait to catch up to the most recent pods. Thank you, Trevor. That was awesome.
Trevor, thank you. Mac, you got to move.
Got to move, dude.
You got to move, Mac. PT Sickos, we interrupt this episode to bring you our favorite Olipop. But we're going to mix it up a little bit because I feel like I go off script a lot with Olipop. I just talk about how much I love them. And then I tell you that they're doing the buy two, get one paid back from Olipop. And it's just kind of the same thing each week. But I actually have an information sheet about this flavor right here that is really changing the game for me. It's one of their new ones. It's their raspberry sherbet. I'm going to read off some facts about raspberry sherbet. 30 calories, 6 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar. I could have 4 of these and I would not regret it, Chris. I wouldn't think twice about it. Raspberry sherbet's got that perfect little tang. It's got that perfect little kind of kick, and it almost dances on your tongue, not pop rock style, but like sparkling style, if that makes sense. It's not too much. It's not overwhelming. We can't say enough about Olipop, and Olipop, obviously, they take care of us. They're a friend of the show. But they're also doing their buy any 2 cans of Olipop in store, and they will pay you back for 1. And that's on any flavor. We're not just talking about the blackberry vanilla or the raspberry sherbet, the new flavors. That can go for anything. That's the classic grape, classic cherry, the Ridge Rush, you name it. And you can mix and match your flavors, get any 2 cans. They will pay you back for 1. They are at any retailer. Or you can go online to drinkolipop.com/BWTB. Olipop is also available on Amazon. It's available in the soda aisle and the chilled beverages at thousands of retailers nationwide, including Walmart and Target. So guys, go check out Olipop and go check out the raspberry sherbet. And I love the can. Golly. Hey, what else do we have? Is it just Olipop? Do we have another ad read? We do. We, in fact, do. We have Lucy. And right here, I'm holding Lucy Wintergreen, 12 milligram. Lucy is not the little guy, but the American guy. They're the not corpo nicotine corpo tobacco company that is hidden and veiled by like a pretty new name, but it has been there the entire time, lurking in the dark. It's Lucy. They're just Lucy. They're not trying to pull any fast thing on us. So I'm going to go ahead and pop a little 12 milli in there. And I do not, don't try this at home, or maybe do, since this is an ad read, but I'm actually going to put 2 in. The wintergreen is really nice. They also have the breakers. I like the breakers. They have like an extra little juice ball that you can crush with your teeth inside of the pouch once it loses its flavor. Or you can crush it right when you put it in. It gives it like a little jolt of flavor. I'm more of a 12 milligram kind of classic nicotine pouch guy, though. So this is what I go with. I have, as I said before, the wintergreen right here. 2 of my other favorite flavors, though, that I also have here on set with me is the apple ice and the cinnamon. Dude, I never in a million years would have thought cinnamon would be one of my favorite flavors of a pouch to put in. But it weirdly just kind of gives off this aroma of like the morning. I like it so much. It's not like the true coffee flavor, but it's like the wake up, kind of puts a little pep in your step. It's got a little zing to it. Guys, Lucy is the only pouch that delivers long-lasting, on-demand flavor. You can get 20% off your first order when you buy online at lucy.co/FTD. We have our own code, boys. FTD. Huge. And again, that's lucy.co/FTD. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every customer is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Let's get back to this episode. This one comes from Christopher McCown. Christopher, unfortunately, is from New York. So I'm going to have to read this in an accent.
No.
I apologize. It's something that I really didn't want to do, but in the pre-production meeting, Derek and Chef insisted anything that comes from New York from here on out that I have to read in an accent.
Sure.
And if anybody is upset about that, if that offends anyone, I would just skip through this part.
Do you know what they can do? They could reach out to our customer service rep, Cannon, and he'll take care of you.
Cannon will take care of you. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to read this. And again, apologies for anybody listening at home. If you are with kids, I would turn it down. I would turn it down. This is not, this ain't a family show. Hey, fellas, Chris from New York here. I'm walking in. Day one listener and a fan of bussing. I'm pretty much in the same trench as well. I've got a 4-year-old son, Camden, and a 20-month-old daughter, Callie. People are constantly asking me, are you walking in? People are constantly asking me if we're done having kids. And honestly, if we weren't really sure until we had a recent scare. It's amazing how quickly you can figure out the answer when you're staring down the possibility of a third. Needless to say, I think we're done. Naturally, my wife informed me that it's now my turn to do my part to lower the odds and add another member to the roster. I'm getting snipped here. I need your advice if I'm going to do this. When is the optimal recovery window? First weekend of March Madness, NFL Wildcard weekend, opening weekend of college football. Or is there an elite vasectomy weekend that only seasoned dads know about, like right before the Macy's Day Parade? Here in the Big Apple. Also, I've heard there's a mandatory 2 weeks of bed rest afterward. Can either of you confirm this? I'd like to have a credible source before presenting my recovery plan to my wife. Love the show. Enjoy. Christopher McCown.
I like to envision you coming down from the Hulk after these accents. Just
Yeah.
like, oh my God, what happened? Where was I?
Why are my clothes not fitting anymore?
There is that weekend of sports where it's like there's golf, there's, I don't know if I think it's in March or there's just playoffs or there's something where like I saw a post about
we
it.
had a weekend. It was a major tournament. We had the Stanley Cup final. No, maybe NBA final.
Yeah.
And then I think like Wimbledon too.
Well, and also look out for those Olympics, dude. Look out for those Olympics, dude.
Oh, we have World Cup ball on.
We have World Cup ball on as well, which would also run when the Summer Olympics are usually around that time as well. So if you really want to slot it in, that would be my.
You know, though, my advice is that if he's a football guy, you just save it all for, unless you're a sicko for any of these sports, you save it for the fall.
Late October is where Google's aiming because you get NFL underway, NBA and NHL both tipped off the new season, and MLB is playing in the World Series.
Ooh.
So that is your sports equinox per Google.
That is a good one. And then you also have the summer, if there's a Summer Olympics going on.
Yeah.
To go with
Of like all the overlaps that we did. And guys, I'm not trying to be crude when I say this, because we've learned this on the show.
Yeah.
A vasectomy also implies that this dude's going to have to come a lot, which we did not know before
We had the calls.
being on the show.
A lot of dumps. A lot of guys talking about they still were able to breed after a vasectomy because you need to clear the pipes.
You have to clear. It is a diet, or what do they do when they a prescribed? It's a prescribed act that you have to do, and so if it did come down to it, of like, does Jill have to get her stuff done or my stuff done? I think, unfortunately, really sad to say, I might volunteer myself when that time comes, because it doesn't look too bad. I bet it's bad, but it doesn't sound
I
bad.
bet it's bad, but also they give birth, so we could
I think
could do the one because it's reversible if you guys ever want to do it
And
again.
it's reversible,
Yeah, it's like a little light switch.
which I believe the
I don't know if
ladies.
that's true.
I believe the ladies one is reversible. And correct me if I'm wrong, but
Work computer, so I'm not going to Google it, but we could look it up later.
don't have to Google it. Don't have to Google it. And Chris, thanks for walking here on the show. And I hope you're not from upstate New York. I hope you're from the city proper, or else I was just really kind of making light of you.
Chris walking here today. He looked up like a meerkat.
Oh, Chris, sorry. Christopher that wrote in, Chris.
I will say I have learned a lot about a vasectomy
Oh, good.
today.
What do you know?
Yeah, what's
like,
going on, Chris?
I didn't realize you just have to I just learned the whole thing. Like, I have not looked that up at all. I know guys get
Do you
sick.
have any specifics?
Yeah.
I just didn't realize you had to clean the pipes. I didn't realize.
Yeah,
I thought it was just like a.
There's still goods in there.
I
Chris,
thought,
you have to clean the pipes. I'm not joking. Like, this is the actual medical data. You have to clean the pipes like 60 times.
If here's a good one. Johnny Manziel jerseys eventually can't be sold by Texas anymore because he doesn't play there, but they still have an inventory, Chris, that we have to get rid of.
now you're speaking. Now you're speaking ball knowledge. This makes a ton of sense now. I see what you got. You got to clear it all out.
Clear the inventory.
Even if it's stuff that you just want. You just
We're not going to make new ones.
Yeah.
There's no new ones coming.
This makes sense. This is a 21-year-old's language.
So when your parents ask, "Hey, son, what did you learn on your internship with Bussin' with the Boys?" You have a great answer for mom and dad.
Start with that one.
I would start with that one. I'm just going through my list of crack a cold one.
Sure.
Did we want to jump in?
No, there is a topic that the three of us need to discuss, but let's do crack a cold one first.
Okay, perfect. Crack a cold one. Brought to us by Olipop. I have a raspberry sherbet. Deke has a raspberry sherbet.
So good.
Chef has a crisp apple. And what else you got?
I cracked it if anyone heard it. Like,
No, you're good.
Ooh.
That is a little strawberry vanilla, I believe, over there. Delightful flavors. What are you cracking to?
I'm cracking to Scarlett's learning all the tricks. Scarlett's learning all the tricks. It is almost to a point. It is not yet. I want to emphasize, when next time y'all see Scarlett, if I have not given you the okay, please do not say, Sherman, run through the cycle. We're not ready for the cycle yet. But I'll give you the cycle of tricks that Scarlett is getting so close to be ready to perform.
I love that.
For others. Yay. Yay. And yay's her favorite. Yay is ready for the stage.
She was doing that at my wedding shower.
She was.
Pretty on command, which I was impressed about.
Yay is ready for the stage. We've got Yay down. How big is baby? So big. We're 3 for 10.
Yeah.
We're 3 for 10 with how big is baby? So big.
Hall of Fame baseball player.
And that's a Miss Rachel original.
Oh, nice.
That's a Miss Rachel original. High five. High five.
Oh,
High five's ready for the stage.
God, that
High five's ready for the stage. And she loves high five. It makes her laugh so hard. Is ready for the stage. It is wild how much she does it on her own now.
awesome.
And it's hilarious driving in the car
Yeah.
when her back's to me and I just hear, she loves that one. Bye. 5 for 10, 6 for 10.
yeah.
Not ready for the stage. Hi. Big time saying hi to everybody. She doesn't like doing it on command, though. She's about 4 for 10 on command.
Yeah.
Out in public now, dude, it is so funny. Everybody talks about toddlers pointing. Oh, my God.
Well,
It's all they do.
on demand is performative, and Scarlett is a genuine person. So
And I can tell that she means it now.
Yes,
She
yeah.
knows what it is. And we were walking into daycare the other day, and it was a full-on point like this with one finger going like this to a mom and a baby in the parking lot. And she went, ha, ha. I was like,
we missed some.
There
Dad.
we go.
We didn't say hi to those.
Yeah, we didn't say hi to them. And I went, yeah, that's right. Hi.
Ugh.
Hi. And she's doing it in the airport, dude. Crawl, crawl, crawl. Look up, see random person. Hi. Hi. And start going like that. And you're like, oh my God, you're awesome.
God, that rips.
And my personal favorite. Drum roll, please. I do. Knows the fake sneeze and knows it well. And it's almost gets the same laugh as peekaboo.
That's a playbook.
And she does it back to you and giggles at herself doing it. And you can go, and she starts giggling. And she'll giggle, giggle, giggle. And then she'll get it together. And she'll go, this is her fake sneeze. Oh, dude, I just want to squeeze her
That's
when
a foundation.
Oh,
Those are good moves.
thank you, dude.
That's a playbook that you can be proud of.
We have a really good cycle going.
Yeah.
And I wanted to throw it out to y'all. Is there anything else that I should be introducing? Fist bump was only introduced last night, where I go, hey,
Yeah.
mom, fist bump. And I fist bump Jill, and Jill will be like, hey, dad, fist bump. Because we like to do it in front of Scarlett
She picks
and
up.
get the audio cue going and then start doing it with her.
Have you shown her like a good like little like single finger like tickle like Gucci? And then where they like either I don't know how she'll react. Either they love it or they'll freak out. It's a very volatile move.
Now,
You know what I'm talking about? Like a little like
You
on
would
the
do
neck.
it to her.
a little Gucci
Yeah.
goo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gucci goo.
Okay, you bring up a good point. Now, she doesn't do this to anyone else, but she knows that we got her when I might come over and illustrate it with you, Deke,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris, let us know when I am in frame. I'm heading over to Deke now.
I am receiving Sherm.
Okay,
Am I Scarlet?
You're Scarlet. All right, are we both in frame?
we're good. We're using Cam 2.
Oh.
We're using Cam. Oh, right here?
Yeah. Yes.
The wide. Okay.
Yes.
So this is Scarlett's arm. Boom. It's game over. She's already giggling.
Oh.
Like just this right here. She knows what's coming. And then it's just a little
That would ruin me.
and she loses it every time.
That ruins me. Tickling is my I
Oh,
get
yeah.
it for her though.
When we rip the arm up,
I'm
she
sure.
already knows what's coming. Chris, what Chris had something.
Okay.
Back in Texas, I mean, my dad just had us jumping off the stairs, and that was our entertainment. Like, and he'd catch us. Like, we would just he did drop me. Okay, Dad, you did drop me once or twice, but it wasn't like child endangerment.
You want him to drop his daughter?
No, no, not his daughter,
Oh,
but
got
like
it,
the
got it,
games we
got
would
it.
play. Like you're talking about, like fist bumps, high fives, and
Sure.
all, like we would just jump off the stair. Like we wouldn't.
Yeah,
we
but
didn't
were you guys
have
all
like
boys?
The,
Did you have
it was just me and my.
And
it was
did
me
you
and my
just
younger
turn
brother.
one
Yeah,
when this
that's-
was happening? You just turned one?
It was a young age. I
But
don't.
you just had like your under the sea 1-year-old birthday party before your dad dropped you?
No, I was a dinosaur guy, but
Type shit,
no,
type
but
shit.
now as a 1-year-old, no, but he did like I'm thinking like he did
Yeah.
like he'd be like this monster, and he would be in the back of the room, and he'd be like ooh ha ha like, and he'd like smack his like knees and like hands, and then he would just like it was like the tickle monster. That's what it was.
Got
and
it.
then
Yeah. Now
he'd
we're
come
hitting
up,
somewhere.
yeah, and then he'd like come up on the couch, and you had to try and escape. But then he just like grab
Tickle
you.
Monster is that's a good one. Tickle Monster
Yeah.
is I'm with you on that one now, Chris. Tickle Monster is one that like you identify the fact that there is a tickle monster and the tickle monster is going to get her. I agree with Chris.
And then the last one was we rode the bull. Like it was like he'd get on all fours,
Chris!
and then
That-
that one is a classic.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah.
That's a good one, Chris.
I got one more.
Chef, what
I'm
do you
done.
have?
The acting like a giant, doing the fee five with every step, and then you know, like,
Chef.
and
Doing
as
it
soon
with
as
her.
they like give you a tap or something, you go, oh,
Yeah.
and you fall, you just fall away, and
That is a really good one. The one that with the giant thing,
Yeah.
holding baby's hands with their feet
Yep.
on top of your feet
is
and
good.
doing the giant stomping.
yeah.
Also, maintaining eye contact with Scarlett as mom is carrying her out of the room. I'll get at like an angle to where when she's like turning the corner, I'm going to the wide part of the room so we can maintain eye contact, and I'm like smiling at her, and she'll be getting carried off by mom, but looking over her shoulder and still seeing that I'm looking at her. She thinks that's so funny that I'm like purposely trying to maintain eye contact with her as she's leaving the room. And then also, I wouldn't call it peekaboo.
Okay. I got 3 written down. Peekaboo's one of the strong ones there.
Peekaboo that was number 1 game.
Okay.
Like that was the first one she ever learned. I come out from behind walls doing a different goofy walk or face or thing. And then I go back behind the wall and then I come back out.
Got it.
That I don't know what that one is called, but Scarlett loves that one.
The other one, so peekaboo's one I'm curious about. Another one is patty cake. Where are we at with that? Did you have patty cake as a kid?
No patty
Did you guys
cake.
have patty cake?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Chef.
No patty cake.
And then raspberries. Where are we at with that?
Oh, yeah. You remember
I know-
that one sewed?
Yes, but I'm saying where are we at with it?
Oh, yeah. That's in the arsenal. That's ready for the stage.
On demand?
On demand.
Love that. Just want to check in.
And also the demon voice is still there.
Good.
And
That's ideal.
She doesn't do it on her own anymore. Like she really tries to talk now.
Sure.
She's like pointing at things and going like, and we're like, yeah, Scarlett, that's right, honey. That's a good point. And she stopped doing the like, because she was doing that for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
But if I'm like hanging out with her and we're just having a normal conversation, and then I go like, I love you, Scarlett, she'll start going, wah, 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 wah.
Little house bunny action.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
truly.
I love that.
I tried to text Will to see if it was a good time to call him because I want to introduce to him that we were going through things to teach our kids.
Yeah.
And
we
then-
can talk about the thing I was going to bring up about Will until he calls us if you'd like.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, breaking news. Will did not take out the garbage, nor did he help his wife change a tire. And I think we got to discuss it. Now, we can also discuss the context. 103-degree fever. Swollen, sweaty. Streptococcus. Love Will. Get that. We asked some follow-up questions. Did he help teach Charo to change a tire? Did she already know? We don't know. He told us to discuss on the pod. But Will has missed the trash due to streptococcus and missed an opportunity to help his wife who had a flat tire. We would be a bad podcast if we didn't talk about this.
My favorite part of it was the let me pull up this text where he said,
If y'all don't mind going first, I just need a second.
Yeah. Need a second absorbing the information or to gather your thoughts?
Both.
Okay.
And not I'm coming alongside my friend. I just want everybody to know that I'm coming alongside my friend in this.
Yeah.
I love the text chain that he sent. Charo caught a flat tire today. Due to strep throat, I was not able to be the man she married. Last week, mowing the yard. This week, I don't change flat tires. Down a couple, he said, Willie one shelf, Willie don't mow, Willie flat tire. The evidence is adding up.
Thank you, Chef, because that was it. It was the mow, not the garbage. Will does not mow his lawn, which he got flack for on the bus. My official statement about this all is that when you are sick to that level, things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't think I had strep. I had what Will had at the beginning on 4th. And I can promise you, my wonderful fiance will not change tires. She is incapable of the action, would be my guess, not to her fault, but just based on life. I would have had to order her an Uber that day. There was no shot I would have left bed to help her out. So I very much am on the side of Willie one shelf, Willie flat tire, Willie no mow. I think that shit happens. And you know what? He's man enough to admit it.
That was the first point I was going to bring out. The authenticity shown there. The the accountability that he is seeking in that moment by sharing that with us.
Vulnerability.
The vulnerability that he's displaying. But I will say this. That was not the man that Charo married. There are some times where Jilly Bean is not the woman that I married, nor am I the man that she married. Okay? And there are times where I have to step up, and we've talked about that on this show of, Jilly Bean was out, Charo was out, we had to step up, we patted ourselves on the back because we crushed it. Imagine the mom circle that Charo is sitting in this week, next week, where Charo gets to tell the girls about how she took the trash out, she was changing the tire. You should have seen me operating. And now I know that there might be some people in that circle going, well, why is your deadbeat husband doing? What the hell? You have to do everything. Charles not sitting there thinking that. No. I'm not going to speak for her.
She's a badass too.
She's a badass. And the fact he shared a photo of her next to tire that she changed. And she's proud. She's ripping.
She had that donut on.
Big smile.
Big smile, chef. Big smile.
I'll put it up if they want me to put it up. I'm going to ask.
Yeah, we'll ask. But
she looked somebody that she had the same energy as somebody that stands next to a giant rhinoceros that they just hunted. Sorry, that's a bad one, Ivory. A giant legal animal they just hunted.
Yeah.
A legal beast.
A white-tailed deer in Tarrant County.
A large tuna, if you will.
A large tuna.
She had that same glisten.
And I will say this, that is the equivalent of me sending a photo, and I'm being dead serious. Me sending a photo to Jill of an outfit that I picked out for Scarlett, putting Scarlett's hair up in a single pony with the little see-through rubber band. Y'all know what I'm talking about, dads at home. And finding not the bow that I would think would be the bow to put on there, because there's like summer bows and winter bows and stuff. I don't know. I don't know the bows. But thinking in my mind, what would Jill do? What would Jill do? What would Jill do? Getting the right bow to match the outfit and then sending a picture to Jill and saying, look who fucked around and found out. Look what Papa did. Charles sitting there going, look what Mama did.
Yep.
And so shout out Charo.
Shout out.
And shout out Will for being vulnerable.
I have a question.
Transparent, if you will. Oh, Chris.
Now, this could put my bussin' career in jeopardy.
You're gone Friday, right?
But
well, there is next summer though. He's only a junior in college.
He wants to be a Sherm turn.
And I know Will's from Nebraska.
Oh no.
But does Will know how to change a tire? I'm just saying. He doesn't necessarily strike me currently to be the guy that could change a tire. But I have no doubt in his high school days, like he could do it. Deke did teach us how to change a tire, but I feel like it could change a little bit, like over time, like it's a skill you
think the tires change over time?
Well, I mean, yes. Have you seen cars in the 80s versus now? But I think...
Do you think I was alive in the 80s? Do you think Will was changing tires in the 80s?
I don't know. Well, people, their age...
You sat here and asked the captain of this ship, you asked the crewman of this ship if the captain, who is in bed with scurvy, if you will, can just fix a little sail, Chris?
I'm just saying, I think he can. Can he?
It's what you do when people aren't looking. That's what they always say. It's what you do when people aren't looking. So here's what I'm going to say. Okay. I'm not going to stand for this shit. I'm not going to stand for this bullshit. Not only can Will Compton change a tire, he can do it with his right arm tied behind his back. He could do it blindfolded in his sleep. He's gone out and started Generacs with headlamps on at night. He's held it down on his street, part of the HOA, protecting his house during ice storms. He's leaf blowing snow out of his trees, out of his flower beds. He's putting up one shelf in his daughter's bedroom
to rule them all.
one shelf to rule them all. Will Compton could change all 4 tires. Will Compton could change the oil. Will Compton can do it all. And I will not stand for this shit. And I'm pissed off. I'm pissed.
Chef, could you tell Chris we're not talking to him anymore?
Hey, Chris, I think your limit is up here.
Dude, should I just like get up and like walk out the door? Is it?
No, because we still need someone to switch the tables.
Chris, do you know what the A gap is?
I know what the A gap is.
Do you know what it feels like to eat out of a fucking tube, brother? Do you know what Will Compton could do to you? 10 years in the NFL, and y'all left out a team, the Saints. You left out 2 teams, the Falcons too. Will Compton, can he change a tire?
I'm offended, dude.
Can Will Compton change a tire? Yes, he can. And I'm going to come in here one day. I'm going to knife my tire.
Yeah.
I'm going to knife my own tire. I'm going to go up to my desk, and Will's going to come in. He's going to say, hey, good morning, Sherman. Here's a coffee. Saw your tire. Somebody slashed your tire. It's probably that fucker that wrote in the thing about the accents. Probably found our office, slashed your tire. Went ahead. I had an extra spare. I looked out the specs. I saw that it fit your truck, and I changed it for you. That's the kind of man Will Compton is.
And what do you have against Nebraska, you son of a bitch? He said he's from Nebraska,
GBR.
so can he change a tire?
Oh, well, no, I think he was saying it would be even worse.
I don't. I'm not giving him that credit. No.
I don't either now. Yeah, what'd you mean
What'd
about
you mean by
Nebraska?
that?
I was with.
What do you mean by that?
I was with Sherm on like his stance. Like I was saying, like being from Nebraska, it's like it would be even more embarrassing to not be able to
don't
change a
take
tire.
what Sherm just said and use it as your safe.
No,
That wasn't even what I said.
You didn't even
I
use
didn't even
that
say that.
wordage, exactly that verbiage, but it was the same thing, but it was different.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I think it would. I didn't know. Sure, Will's been gone for a little bit. He didn't celebrate the 4th of July in the United States.
Okay. Hey, we're done. We're done. We're done. We're not.
Turn your chair around.
These are hallowed grounds. This is the house that Will Compton built.
Turn your chair around.
Speaking of busing with the boys, speaking of For the Deads, is a house he built.
Nashville.
And so you're gonna come in and ask him if does he know how to change a tire? No bad questions in a brainstorm. No bad ideas in a brainstorm. Just saw my first one. Then you're gonna follow through with didn't even celebrate the 250th birth of our nation.
Oh, I have one too, Sherm. Didn't he just play special teams?
Okay.
Was a sentence that Chris said on this show.
No. Not on this show. Not on Will Compton's show. Okay. He was doing foreign affairs,
treaty.
He was doing
Peace
a treaty. He was
and war.
He was preserving our freedom. He was preserving our democracy, our right to have the freedom of speech, to bear
Europeans
arms.
can't drink Olipop, Chris? And he's over there making them drink Olipop? You make me sick.
He said, hey, Austria, ever heard of democracy? Hey, Argentina. I say we move on because
Voicemails?
we've talked enough. We've talked enough about this.
Chef, voicemails?
Yeah, let's do voicemails.
Love you, Will.
We love you, Will.
Yeah.
3 of us do.
Right before we hop into that survival kit,
Oh, yeah.
it's past due that I shout this out. It's
Let's go.
Due. Nuna, dude. They do car seats, they do carriers, they do strollers, they do all types of stuff, okay? Jill and I only have like 1 or 2 of like their tons and tons of products. I'm not saying that they're the end all be all, and if you don't have a Nuna, you don't have the right thing. That's not what I'm saying. I just want to do a shout out, no free shout out of a brand that's out there doing it like nobody else's business. We get 0 money from Nuna. Okay. Nuna is probably like, if not the priciest, it's one of the pricier manufacturers of these types of items. Okay. But when you get one of them, dude, it's like how people used to talk about Cadillac, man. And I'm being serious. Like, pushing a Nuna stroller compared to pushing another stroller, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's a joke. The car seats, how you're able to click in so easily, the 360 capability of the car seats. I'm sure, dude, there's going to be so many comments that people are going to be like, but Sherman, what about? But Sherman, what about? But Sherman, this company does that. But Sherman, this one's actually better. Hey, I get that. I get that. And there probably is. But from what I know, which is not a whole lot, but I'm a dad in the trenches and I'm seeing all the shit. They haven't missed once, is all I'm saying.
I'm floored that hasn't been a survival kit with how much you guys have talked about it.
That's what I'm saying.
To your point about price point, like I understand every family has their price point and whatnot, but this is the one thing I would assume parents want to pay more for: the car seat, the stroller, like that universe of things. And so, yeah, everything there. I mean, everyone has their loyalty for things, but this show, since I've started, this was the first place I heard of Nuna.
And that would be my dad hack too of like, if you need to save up, because Jill and I have, like, we've seen the price points. And of course there's the dad hacks of, put it on the registry for the baby shower and all that stuff. Yeah. And like, or to put hey, we're looking to get a nice car seat fund and people add to it for the shower, whatever, to like get a little bit of help. Worth it, dude, especially for the first kiddo. Yeah. Because then guess what? Baby number 2 is going to come and they're going to need a car seat. And Nuna's car seat, although messy and covered with formula and milk and snacks from the baby before, it's going to be just as good, dude, because it's a high quality product. And I stamp my father's seal of approval like I've never stamped before on a product than just Nuna products. And they just look nice, dude. You feel all fancy and bougie when you have it. I'm not even a bougie guy. I'm wearing a brown Western shirt with a
say those
hat.
Items on you are bougie.
Now they are.
Those are nice. These items.
Are nice items, but I'm not like giving off the vibes of like, hey, I'm bougie as hell, dude. Okay. And then my dad hack is singing when you wake up your kiddo.
Nice.
You just sing, dude. It's that easy. Chris, you have something.
What's your song? Because my dad had a song. What's your song? Like when you like to wake up the kid.
I like The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. Hey, don't write yourself off yet. It's only in your head till you feel left out or looked down on. And I'll stop there for copyright infringement. There's also non-copyright infringement. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. And I go to the blinds. I open up the drapes and I do the blind thing. And Scarlett's sitting there. And I've gone in with, dude, Chris is going to geek. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make them go, as you shoot across the sky.
I'm sure she just loves anything that you're singing, which is good. Because then you could mix it up. You could throw a little Snoop Dogg in there. As long as it's a little rhythmic, she don't care.
And then sometimes I do an opera.
Yeah, of course.
I do an opera rendition of Disney songs, of One Direction songs.
Okay.
Mulan's "Who is this girl I see staring there back at me? Who does my reflection show?" I don't even know the rest of the words, but it makes Scarlett laugh. So that's fun.
That's a great dad hack.
It gets the vibes going in the morning.
I love it.
Voicemails?
Let's hit them.
Derek, how many you want to do?
We have 8 in there. Let's not do that. I would say let's do 3. And I'm actually going to sprint to the bathroom real quick.
Perfect.
Okay.
3 feels good, Chef, because then we got
24-hour internship is the first one. Chris might like this.
Boys, got a little proposition for y'all. My wife and I have an 18-month-old son, and she is 10 weeks with another on the way. We've had an argument in our house. I've always wanted 2 kids. She will die on the hill of wanting 3. We've made a deal to where if we get a girl this time around, 1 boy, 1 girl, I get my wish and we can be done. If we have a second boy, things sway her way, and then we're going to try for a third. My proposition is, I was listening to the episode where y'all said, if you work in this office, you're cursed with having girls. We find out the gender in 2 weeks. So what I'm asking for is on that day where we find out the gender, a 24-hour internship from y'all in hopes that I get my girl. That's all. Peace and love. Appreciate it.
What was his name? You say?
Boys, got a little proposition for y'all.
No name.
My wife and I have an
He didn't say.
Sherm turn?
Sherm, I worry about this because we did do the ritual right after Taylor announced that he was going to have yet another girl. And so I worry that if he does do the internship here, no one's had a child yet. I believe in what we did here.
I believe in what we did here, Chef. But I will say this. He believes in the curse as much as what we believe we did here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What we did here may not have worked. The ritual may not have worked.
There's a guy that keeps calling the guy that says we put the bouge on him.
Yeah.
He's called back a few times, so it's worked on someone. We put the bouge on that man.
Now,
But so far as boys, yeah.
he's wanting a 24-hour internship.
Because him and his wife, he got a little dealio, right?
Okay, so what I would like to do,
Yeah.
because we've joked about on this episode having a Sherm turn, having a intern, if you will, a deek turn, a chef turn.
I like a Sherm turn.
We're gonna do a For the Dads internship with this caller. Is there a way that we could get his info?
Yeah. I have, he called the For the Dad's phone, so we have it all there.
Okay, we'll Venmo him $1.
Ooh.
We're gonna email him a contract. He's gonna sign it. Because if he wants this girl and if he thinks this curse is real, we'll do our part to make sure that it is real as possible, that we will hire him as an intern
For a day.
for a day. For 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then his internship is over. We will Venmo him $1 and we will have him make a graphic. He worked for us. He was an employee. Hopefully he gets his baby girl. If that gets him his baby girl, dude, that's the easiest thing we've ever done on this show.
Mm-hmm. I still worry about the I believe in what we did.
Well,
here.
it will be a good test of whether or not our ritual worked.
Yeah.
Sorry that you're our test subject caller.
Well,
but
we also could have done the ritual and maybe it just works on interns. We don't know. I believe in what we did, but I don't know what we did in terms of if it was correct or not. And so I believe
what we did really felt like that was for Will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that felt...
It did not feel pointed at Taylor or Clump.
No.
Yeah.
But I thought it was like a general, like when we put the spirit of Dan Gable out there.
I think we need to get some actual sage. Like if we're actually going to purge this office of a curse,
what we did purged Will. And they were on the other side. So maybe we purged this side for the people that were here.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I believe in what we did too, Chef.
I do too.
I believe
Chef,
I just worry because I want this caller to have a girl.
I want him to have a girl.
I want this to go smoothly. And I'm just a believer.
The good news is this is what we call a win-win in the business.
Boom.
That is true.
This is a win-win. If he doesn't get his girl, he's getting a baby boy, and maybe our seance ritual worked.
Oh, it did work. Because he'll be an employee. And employees here do not have boys.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's an employee here and he has a boy, it worked.
Yeah, but
if he has a girl, then we need to just redo it, or it's just on Will. It's a win-win.
Yeah, I was about to say it's more of I'm just worried that maybe our ritual didn't work, and then it's like whenever you're studying for like a test or something like that, and you have to go take the test. You're like, did I prep? You're like worried about, or you're like testing something out. Like I hope all this work.
Well, there is like a spooky season coming up.
That is true.
So maybe we have to rip another one if it doesn't. What do we got next, Sherman?
We got another voicemail. she's starting to hit.
Hey boys, I call this one the hit, and what the hell do I do? It's your boy Steven from Massachusetts here. This one I feel like is more for Willie One Shelf than Shermster, though I feel like his wife might be doing what the kiddo's doing in my situation to him, and just looking for some advice here. I got a kid. She's cool. She's great. I freaking love her to death. But she's 2 years old and 7 months.
Okay.
And then my wife's pregnant now with our boy on the way. He's gonna
congrats.
be due in November. His name's gonna be Bruin, like the Boston Bruins, little brew. But nonetheless, my story here is my daughter's starting to hit. And I mean smack in the face. She just gives you a good old one-timer, a little clapper.
Yeah, she does.
And we don't know how to control that. And it's mainly my wife. And, you know, being the husband and the protector, I get a little upset when she hits the wifey. And I'm trying to get some advice on how to handle the situation. Because what I want to do wouldn't be very good. I want to take her, put her in her bed, and just chuck stuffed animals at her head. I want to take all her bottles and just put them in a blender. I want to take all of her toys and just tell her they're all broken and take the batteries out. You know, I just want to be, upset, but I need some help with it, boys. So let me know what you think and what you do, Willie, if this ever occurred to you. It doesn't happen too much, but it just started happening. So, love you, boys. Yeah, okay then. Bye.
He got so Canadian at the end.
Extremely rational reaction.
Yeah.
With the stuffed animals, the blender, the taking the batteries out. Rational.
I'm surprised he didn't do it yet.
Scarlett hits Jill's chest a lot, not her face.
Scarlett.
And it's playful. It's like this, but she never does that when I hold her. It's kind of weird. Like when I hold her, she's like, and no offense to my wife, I'm a bit taller than my wife. And I think Scarlett likes kind of being higher up, and she can kind of like see more when I'm holding her up there. And maybe she's like distracted. But when she's being held by Jill, she's just constantly doing this to her chest the entire time.
When you were talking about being bigger, I assumed you were going the route that Scarlett was participating in like a pecking order thing, and she was challenging Jill for second in the family. But now I see what you're saying. That's different.
It could be that too.
I assumed that she was like, let's go.
You
I
bring
can
up
do
a good
this.
point.
You're the alpha. Either way.
She's wanting to go for the belt with mom.
You got to climb the ladder too. You can't just go from unranked to the belt.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a thought.
Dude, I don't, to answer his thing, I mean, I wish Will was here because he's dealing with that with little Scotty and Ruru all the time with Scottzilla hitting. Everything that I've seen, I'll try and answer this from like Will's perspective.
Yeah.
Everything that I've seen with Will is he's like very adamant on stopping Scotty in the act. And not like grabbing or wrenching Scotty's arm, but like catching Scotty and trying to show Scotty that even though it is funny sometimes, it's not funny. It's not funny. Stop. No, ma'am, is what we say to Scarlett. But Will was like very adamant on always trying to catch Scotty in the act and really nip it in the butt right then and there. And so I don't know. I don't know the answer.
The toughest, I can only project, not a father, engaged. My only projection in all of this would be that you just can't laugh. I'm going to be laughing my ass off if my kid does stuff like that. Like, I just know me, and I'm gonna be like, oh, she just threw it across the table. That's so funny. But like, you need to be stoic. Because they're looking for that reaction in it, at least from what Will and you have said about it all. That'd be my only advice, because I know that's the thing I'm going to have to work on the most with the kids is like, you got to be a dad at some point. Like, yeah, we can have fun and be silly goosey, but like also when she hits, you got to try not to laugh, even if it is funny. And Will seems like when his kids are doing it and, you know, Scotty hits Rue, he always chuckles and laughs, but he's like, you can't do it in the moment. So that's all I got.
Chrysler?
Well, okay. me and my younger brother, we would just hit each other, and then until the other, like, my dad would tell us to stop, and he'd tell us to stop a lot, but we were horrible, and we would just never listen.
Yeah.
And we just took it to the other side. It just, what fixed us was someone just had, like, we had these like pirate swords, and it's like a loud smack whenever like you would get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what got us to stop hitting each other was someone literally just smacked someone so hard with the sword that we just stopped, because then all of a sudden someone's hurt too much, or it's like, okay, wait, hold on, wait a second, this isn't worth it. So that was how we stopped hitting each other.
And you guys were 18 months during this?
You see, I don't remember anything before, like, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember anything before kindergarten. But maybe if you're, it's a 8-year-old they're doing this, that could be something that, we could
now
twist
we're
it.
cooking.
And great point by Chrysler. For the listener that does have an 8-year-old and maybe a 6-year-old, they're hitting each other. Just let them do it until it's hard enough that it's like, hey, it's not worth the pain.
We did it with poison ivy sticks one time, and my brother and I got poison ivy everywhere because we beat the everlasting crap out of each other with these sticks.
That's a dad hack.
Yeah, let
maybe
your kids
lace it with poison ivy. Maybe lace it with poison ivy could be good.
Yeah.
Now we're cooking here.
We're joking. We're joking. But emails. Is that what you're showing me?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a silent queue, but we're at 2:30.
Cool.
Hit them with an email.
Let's
Hit
bang
'em with
them
the
out.
email.
Now I will.
Are they all
three are sad alerts.
Okay.
Okay.
Nah, just a note to us all, but all three are sad
This
alerts.
one-
Oh,
one's
dude,
tough.
I got a really sad one.
Yeah. Yours is.
I think we all do.
I just saw a picture and I have a really sad one.
We got some sad ones. So, Chef, thank you for the transitional note. These are sad alerts.
Gotcha. Christopher McEwen, but then it says Nick on the actual.
I'm so sorry. McEwen was a thing read, so Nick will be the guy for it. I will pull up the actual name that is on me. Thank
Gotcha.
you.
I got it here. It's from Nick Wellday.
Yes. Thank you, Chef.
Hey boys, my name is Nick. This is gonna be a little sad, so bear with me here. My wife, son, and I moved to a new place. My dog, Kenai, like the bear in Disney's Brother Bear, got out of the backyard last night. This was sent in July 22nd, so July 21st, and was trying to walk to our old house, which is about half a mile away from the new house, and he ended up getting hit by a car and passed away. My son Carson, who's 2, absolutely loved that dog. He's a smart kid and hears his mom crying and asks me, why is mommy upset? And I couldn't answer it. I don't know how to tell him his dog died. He hasn't asked him yet, but I know he will. Any tips and advice would be amazing. Thank you, boys. Here's a picture of Kenai when he was a puppy. I'll make sure to put this in. Kenai, absolute beautiful dog. First off, Nick, so sorry for your loss. Kenai looks like an amazing, amazing dog. I'll give my spiel real quick, and if you guys want.
Please.
In terms of actually telling your 2-year-old, I have no clue. I don't have a kid. That's got to be an incredibly hard conversation. My advice for any time like losing an animal with young people, this is what I've heard. This is what I know. I would pretty confidently say my girlfriend, who's about to go to vet school, would say the same thing. Has worked a lot with in a like pet care environment. Take some time to feel whatever you're feeling at the moment. And then eventually, and I mean, this is serious advice, a new dog is the ultimate way. A new friend, new pet for the household. Doesn't mean Kenai loses any of the love that you guys have, but it's just the easiest way, especially with young kids. That's always what I've heard. And that would be my piece of advice.
I love that. And it's definitely, I just want to reiterate, because I know people would be like, well, you can't replace it. You're not even saying that. You're just saying that's the best way. Yeah.
You never
I agree
will,
with
but
you.
it's a new opportunity for an awesome, like pets are awesome.
Yeah.
Dogs, especially, like they can become your best friend. They mean so much to us. I know a lot of people probably listen to have dogs. I have a dog, Scotty. I know Derek, you have 2 dogs. Sherm, you got 2 little dogs too who give you trouble, but they're still the world, you know? So that'd be my advice.
Yeah. I mean, any thoughts from you for telling the kid? Because the only thing I can go off is similar advice where like Bean got hit and I luckily he's okay. And I took him to a vet and like there's things we sorted out, but I kind of went through that wave of emotion, but all my perspective would come similar to Chef, which is speculation. So
Yeah, I think that there's a lot to be learned in loss of pets. Like,
Yeah.
I think that that's a good introduction of life being lost, a friend being lost, and what that feeling is like and how to process it and the ability to move on from it. I think a lot can be taught through having pets, especially a man's best friend. Grew up with dogs. Had dogs pass away when I was young, had dogs pass away when I was in high school. So for me, it was understood that dogs could pass on when I was very young. And I think that that was really probably my introduction to death, as funny as that sounds, of like, I remember being little and thinking, dang, that really sucks that dad's dog Tank only lives to be around like 12 to 13 years old, but humans live so much longer. Dogs are so awesome. I wish they lived longer.
Yeah.
And then you start to appreciate your dogs that much more and appreciate that time and stuff. So it's like, it's a really cool learning opportunity. I think having another dog be entered into the mix is a fantastic, if not the best solution to it. Yeah. I agree. Because then it makes them appreciate that next dog that much more.
Yeah.
They know the time's short, but that you get to have a best friend for the next 10 to 15 years.
I think something that can help too is when my dog passed away, what my dad did, like if there's a leash, a collar, or maybe the dog bowl, what I would recommend is maybe put a photo, print out the dog, and give the leash or whatever it is to the 2-year-old and be like, this is what the dog would have wanted. And so that way in the room, in his room, as like a little decor, or maybe get a stuffed animal that was the dog. And then what you can do is, kind of hang it up on a shelf and be like, this is what, he was, the dog was her favorite, blah, 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 like to the kiddo, and be like, and he can have a little piece of decor in his room. Like, that was my favorite dog. And he can kind of go back to that story too, like when he's a lot older. Cause my dad would always say, like, I had a dog that like Buddy who passed when I was in 5th grade. And my dad would always show me old photos of the dog, like protecting my crib or something like that. So I think that could be kind of a good little, like, I don't know. I don't know how a 2-year-old thinks. I don't know. I know my brain's a little wonky, but I think that could also settle well with a little kiddo being like, hey, here's a stuffed animal of your dog. Here's the leash that, we walked him with, and here's a little photo of you and it together. Yeah. I think that could.
That's a great one. There's a part of me that thought you were going to say taxidermy, Chris.
That did not cross my brain.
Got it. Love that.
It's an option.
Yeah.
It's an option.
I'm not knocking it. I was
not
just saying it'd be a good one. But yeah, that's tough.
I have one.
I have one too. Do you want to go? Are you good to go? Okay. You look like you're getting a little teary-eyed.
Oh, no. More so just, I've already seen a picture, so I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Chris Leisure. So Chris was kind enough to write in. He said, fellas, want to reach out. Really appreciate the stories and scenarios you guys share. It's fun to do life at home, then hear your stories. And I realize it's not just me or my kids. It's how these small creatures are wired. This past week, we took an L in the Leisure household, though. Near 12 years ago, when my wife and I first met, we made our first commitment, a rescue pup, a retriever mutt, Heinz 57 Grand Champion, AKC registered napper, a snugglebug, sock thief that captured our hearts from the very beginning. His name was Riggins. Yes, after Tim Riggins. A real innocent fella. The majority of the time, always knew me as dad and my wife as mom, looked to me as the alpha of the family, but stood in front of my wife and kids. He let me lead the way to the A-gap, some would say. Riggs and my family did many things together over the last 12 years. We built our family with him. Our children used him to learn how to walk. Once they could walk, he would let them lead him on the leash. He kept them safe, their faces clean, and my kids kept his belly and heart full. I bet they did. We used to go fishing to a few local lakes here in Ohio. He wasn't much for swimming, but he loved to investigate the fish I would catch. The day I sold my boat, my biggest regret wasn't that my kids wouldn't get to fish off of it. It was that my dog and I don't have anywhere to go from 6 a.m. to noon on Saturdays to let out our hair. On July 17th, we came home to a dog that seemed exhausted, uncomfortable, and concerned Drew. That was what was wrong with our guy. Our sweet little boy had over time developed a tumor in his liver that was spreading fast. We tried to deny the fate of our sweet boy, but test after test came back. Unable to do this because of that and because of this. Could he survive a surgery? Blood tests come back. He shouldn't have been alive, period, but he was. The trip to the last night vet, we left at 9:15 p.m. And he knew when he was leashed and walked to the car where he was going. It broke my heart. He didn't want to go. He wanted to stay awake, stay home for our family, go out on his own terms. He wanted to fight, but his body was failing him. I could see it. We left, and for 55 minutes, I held my buddy's head and paws, and he stared at me the entire trip. It wasn't until we almost reached our destination that he laid his head down and closed his eyes. I wish I would have kept driving. Maybe he could have passed then, in my truck or in the passenger seat, the way I think God intended, doing what he loved to do, take a ride. That night, my kids who only knew life with mom, dad, and Riggs lost their keeper, their best buddy, their brother. It's been hard to go. It's been a hard go for all of us, and really, life just isn't the same. With all that being said, I want to shout out Riggins. Thank you for being the best dog I could have asked for as a father for my children, a snuggle bug for your mother. Through 2 early pregnancies and 2 brain surgeries, you were there for it and just being my best buddy. I hope someone sneaks you some cheese up there. You earn and deserve it. Dads, take a walk with your dog, play fetch, let him lick a plate clean, get him ice cream, and don't forget, take out the trash. Chris Leisure and bro, Riggins. Such a handsome pupper, dude.
Rips.
Wow.
Hey, also Chris, I just want, because Chris is like talking about his family a lot in here. He's not so much like talking about himself, which makes no sense. Chris is probably a legendary dad and leader of his household. This stuff affects him too. You know what I'm saying? Like, this affects him deeply to where he wanted to write into the show. I think there's something so great about the bond of like a really, really good dog and its owner. And I think it speaks to the owner primarily as well. And so, Chris, I want to say to you, I am so sorry for your loss. I know that when Wrigley passes, Jill will not be okay. She might have to take a week off of work.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you lost Riggins, but it's so sick that you love this dog enough that you had all these stories to share with us. You have a plethora of stories. I'm sure you didn't even begin to scratch the surface of all the stories of just moments that you shared with this dog. And life is so beautiful, dude. It's exactly what we were talking about. It just shows you to appreciate life.
Can I add a quick note real quick to Chris? Just from like my girlfriend, I hear about a lot of these kind of stories a lot where she works. And there's a lot of pet owners who, when their pet is at the end of their life and they're getting these health complications, they don't want to let go. And so they try to prolong their life to a world where they are living in misery. And as my girlfriend would say, it's very selfish. Because even if you do prolong, a lot of times in this situation, it sounded like Riggs was going to suffer. And although I know that you wanted him to go out on his own, you made what would be considered the humane choice and not letting him live in pain. And I know that's probably the hardest decision anyone has to make, but it is the right decision. So just in a pot, like, I just hear a lot of stories about, it gets really sad from the care side of it, where people just want things to keep going. And it's like, I get it. Like, but then it, what is always said is like, then it becomes about you and not the pet. And so Rick seemed like a hell of a dog, dude. So very sorry.
Well put, Chef. I think that's a good way to look at it.
Well put. Yes, sir.
All right. Our last voice or email, excuse me, from Clarence Lewis. Boys, heads up apology for the long email. Your stories about vacations and the family have urged me to want to share my own with you. Even if you don't read this out loud on the pod, it's therapeutic for me to write these words out and process some of the feelings I've been having. Clarence Lewis writing in from New Braunfels, Texas.
New Braunfels.
New Braunfels. Day one PT sicko from the dark days pre-Spotify. First time writer.
Ooh.
I took my son Clarence Lewis V. That's right, Willie C. He's the 5th generation of Clarence Lewis.
Good God. They call him Cinco?
I hope so.
A lot of people do that in Texas.
We call my cousin who's the 3rd Trey, which I love that.
I like
one,
that.
So. Took my son, Clarence Lewis V, fishing for the first time last week. Photo attached, which I will share. He fished at Roberts Point Park, right where the ferries take people across the channel in and out of Port Aransas, Texas.
Port A, baby.
My family has been coming to Roberts Point and fishing off the wall in the pier since my grandfather, who passed in 2021, was a child himself. We have spent so much time on this pier as a family. We bought and dedicated a bench along the way to my late grandfather. Picture of my son and grandma sitting on grandfather's bench attached. So there he is
way.
fishing, and then the bench for his
At
grandfather.
the spot?
Yeah. So if you're ever there, you could see the bench.
Port A, by the way, for any fishers out there, crazy fishing. Crazy good fishing in Port A.
Being able to share this special place with my son brought up so many emotions. Joy, gratitude, and even grief. Joyful to see my son begin making memories in a place that is so special to me, and knowing he will be the next generation of my family to spend countless vacations at this special place. Filled with gratitude to be able to provide my son and family a life where we'd be able to carry that tradition of beach summer vacations. Even grief, because my son does not get to experience this place with my own grandfather, the man who made it so special for me and my entire family. There is nowhere in the world I feel closer to my grandfather than that beach. And there is nowhere in the world I'd rather teach my son to fish. It is our job as fathers to carry on the traditions and pass the love of the special places the same way it was passed down to us. Keep building rocket ships and fostering the community we love so much, boys. Thank you for all you do. PT6 out. That
Dude,
one
what
sucks.
a ride-in.
Yeah, because the emotion of like, I know how he feels about his grandpa, because like we would go to Myrtle Beach with my mom's dad, and like they started when my mom was a child and yada yada. And so I know we always talk through it, but it is suck, but it has the same tone of a dog where it's like, it's awesome too. It sucks because of how awesome it is. Like it sucks to think you're going there without your loved ones, but it's so awesome to be able to show Scarlett those hills you guys played Army Men on and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it sucks, but it's awesome.
Dude, really cool too that he has the opportunity to now take the spot of his grandfather.
Yeah.
I think that's what's really cool about having those that raised us or people that we really admired in our life, whether it was a coach or a teacher or anything like that, that makes a place like really special to us or makes a memory really special that we want to share. Not only is that place really special, but that person was really special. And you get to be that person to your son, to your grandkids, moving forward. And it's just so cool to like be given that opportunity. A place that would just be another pier to somebody in Port Aransas that they wouldn't think twice about. I mean, there's so many piers down there, so many fishing spots, but like, that's his favorite spot in the world. There's so many beaches in the world, but like the Grayton Beach State Park is like, that is my spot. Yeah. You know, that's where my grandparents' ashes are. That's where his grandfather's bench is. Like, it's just cool, dude. It's cool to get to share and to pass along.
I also would absolutely take, when they say there's always a Stark at Winterfell, there's always a Clarence Lewis at Roberts Point Park.
Oh,
there's always a Clarence Lewis because there's like 20 of them.
Here.
Shout out Clarence Lewis.
Deke.
There's always a Clarence Lewis at Roberts Point Park.
Oh my gosh, there's always a Lewis at Clarence Point.
I would rip that, Clarence. I would take that and run with it.
That's so well done, dude. To wrap us up.
Yes, sir.
It's been a long sode. Holy. Be a good teammate to your spouse. You are a team. I've probably said that on that show, but how many times has communication or be a good teammate or don't be selfish has been like a lesson of the week? But just a good reminder, dude, that you are a teammate. And Will has talked about that so many times. And I brought up the teammate mentality like on the 1 year episode. And he was like, oh man, Sherman, like it's so cool to see over the year, like how confidently you speak on that and how much you've learned through the process of blah, blah, blah. It's just really cool to see. Wish that Sherman had been at my house when I was deciding to, sleep on the couch and watch dragons without my wife. I digress. But it's just something to remind yourself at all times that like, anything that happens, whether it's friends that are there's something going on with like a friend group or friends have hurt you or family members have wronged you or a coworker or like people outside of your circle where you could play devil's advocate, with your spouse, but hear them out and be their teammate in that moment as well of, you guys have, if you're married, like you've signed up to truly be this person's teammate for the rest of y'all's lives. And, whether you're religious or not, a lot of religions will say that like marriage binds the soul or like it makes two into one, or in the Christian faith, you're binded with the Holy Spirit and the husband, wife, and you, there's all these different ways to like look at marriage. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you are a teammate. And as lofty as I just spoke, I just talked about like all these religions and all these like big overarching like drama stuff that could happen in your life. Being a good teammate is also doing the little things right. When you break it down to its core, some of the best teammates, you have some of the best athletes in the world talk about the best teammates. Yes, they were clutch in the moment, but they probably were doing all the little things right on the team too. And they were helping others to be the best version of themselves. And they were picking up where other people were slacking. And they were helping others to learn and to get better in the areas that they're slacking. And I often think in my marriage and as a father of myself solo, not because I don't want to be associated with Jill, but I'm just worried about my own bullshit and my own stuff that's going on. And I don't think of us in the moment if I'm upset about something or I'm thinking through a process or I think we should do it this way. I'm thinking through the scope of Sherman instead of thinking through the scope of, is this best for Scarlett? Is this best for Jill? Is this even taking Jill's thoughts and feelings into consideration in this moment? And so be a good teammate, dude. Be a good teammate.
I love that.
And that's it. Good so?
Good so.
I miss Will. I'll say it out loud. I'm not man enough to admit it.
I was texting him a little bit during the pod. He wasn't able to hop on the phone, but I miss him a lot. We had a Funkel, an ST6er, a Goomba Rayish ST6er.
Kind of a judgmental.
And,
wait, was that at me?
What?
Was that pointed?
When I whispered judgmental, so only the guy with the headphones on could hear it? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, not meant in a judgmental way. I just meant you're a young buck.
Oh, I meant you're judgmental towards Will.
No, I love Will. I love Will.
Doesn't seem like it. No. Anyways, this was a great show.
This was a great show. We held it together.
Chris, I love you.
We did a solo pod. Shout out PT6. Please leave comments in the chat. If you want to prove how much of a PT sicko, a Papa Team Sixer, that you truly are, a Mama Team Sixer that you truly are, you should leave in the comments. You should leave in the comments a dog emoji, a bone emoji.
Ooh, give some boops.
And some what?
No. I'm just saying, yeah, give some boops to the dogs.
Give some boops to the dogs. Let's leave a dog emoji, a bone emoji, and let's leave it at that. I like that.
I like that a lot.
So I was about to say big hugs, tiny kisses. That's the Bussin' with the Boys one. Make sure you take out the trash. Make sure you empty those balls. Ride the shockwave a little bit. We love you, and be safe, have fun, and big hugs, tiny kisses. Why not?
Big hugs, big kisses.
Big hugs, big kisses.